We hunted down the Seeker bones, bringing us back to Bjornheim.
Yep. Bjornheim.
Um, we found the first bones pretty easily because Sweetie made an altar out of them, and it was just buried underneath some dirt. Uh, then what's his name? What's the white polar bear's name?
Argus. Never asked him
Argus.
his name while you were there, but
Well, we got it at one point. Argus, the white polar bear, is now the Bear King, and we kind of lied saying we came for tea, and him not wanting to. I'm assuming not wanting to fight us because of what we did to the previous Bear King, was happily obliged, and he helped us. Just sent us off to the panda, and the panda had all of our bones that we needed in a box. The panda, however, had a stipulation: we had to bring him a bear. And so we Hogar tracked down a bear, mama cub, and her mama and her cubs, and we decided not to take that one, and instead take the father, which is just as great.
Which is so better, I think.
We enslaved an animal. We jumped the bear, and Roku put it in a headlock, and Sweetie knocked it out with slashing damage. We drug it back to the thing, and Panda's assumingly doing his thing to it. We got the bones. We took it back to... Or at first, we walked out, and this dude spit directly in Roku's face, so we set him on fire. And then they teleported out, and Hogar had a little chase scene. And Medicine Trusk. And then we fought a... what's the... Lamach did his thing, and he purified the bone or the bow by putting all the things inside the thing in a bone
monster.
Something bone monster. I
don't
think
we
ever got the
monster.
name of it.
With big claws.
Rick did say it once.
Yeah, he did.
No, I called it a shadow claw, which is not its name. So I don't know why I said that.
I'm pretty sure you said bone claw.
I may have
claw.
said it. I may have.
I know it's a thing in D&D.
Bone claws, I believe, is what I heard.
I know. And, also, at one point, I referred to it as a shadow claw, and I was like,
"Yeah, you said shadow claw," and I was just like, "I said the name." And
we defeated it, and Hogar got his new shiny bow after Lamach sacrificed himself. Not really; he's kind of old. Just willingly died.
His grip on the world was loose, so he just kind of gave up, you know.
Yeah, to give Hogar a new bow. And the bow has celestial powers. I don't know. It does like some cool stuff. I don't know. It's really rad. You'll have to see what it does. Then we buried Lamach, and that's where we ended the session.
You guys actually, I believe, snapped back to
Sarask, and that's where we ended the session.
And that's where we'll pick up today as well. As the sun is now setting on the day behind you, you fought a bone claw, you fought some bears. What would you like to do now as you are here back at home in your home pyramid, sweet pyramid?
Sweet pyramid.
So, where's the one guy we're supposed to meet up with here? And he's supposed to tell us all he knows about the water plane.
I don't know. What I would like to do is repair my armor because a 16 AC is not cutting it.
Right. Your armor, as you look at it, is uneven, burnt, and like crusty. It's almost starting to rust in some of the spots where it got hit by the ooze.
Mine's useless.
So, my plan here is to basically weld on new plates where it took damage. So I'm going to take my bag of plates and just...
Sweetie also has various plates. Sweetie has various plates in his bag that you can have.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, that
it is like a it is like a putting patches on jeans. I don't know if it's like a different color and texture just over top. Certainly, would you roll me a smithing roll for that?
That is an 8 plus 5. I'm assuming you're adding my proficiency to this. So 13.
If you would like, there is a master class industrial size forge in the basement of your pyramid, and many people there who are good at forging things,
including your mentor.
Okay, so yeah, crack open a small fire in the middle of the floor. Try to, and for what it's worth, you hit the hammer, you weld the things on top, and you give yourself weird bulgy armor that makes your body look kind of unproportional, giving yourself healing 1 point of your lost armor.
I'll take that. 17 is better than 16.
How many points did you lose total? Was it 2?
2.
So, yeah, because I lost 2, and that would make my studded leather completely useless. Is it gone, or can we still repair it with, like...
You can still repair it. It's not... It doesn't take away the +2. Your armor is shitty, yes, but it takes away your armor class in total. So instead of doing... And this is going to sound redundant. What is it leather or studded?
Studded leather.
So 12 plus your dex, right?
Yeah.
So instead of being like 10 plus your dex, it's like 12 plus your dex -2. So like your dex is also kind of affected by it, but so yeah, your armor is kind of useless, but it is not gone. It is repairable.
If I replace it, my Atherohi to put more metal studs on it, would that work?
You can certainly try.
Could we make like dragon scale patches for it? We have a bunch of those. Or we could just straight up build you a new armor set.
Can we build me a new... If we built it out in dragon scale, would it be leather armor or...
That would be something.
It would be scale mail.
Yeah.
I can wear that, but I'd rather stick with the light armor.
And what's the AC of scale mail?
I believe it is 15, and then you can add a maximum of 2 to your dex to it, so 17 total.
But it gives us advantage on stealth.
That as well.
It would be, for it to be better for me, I'd have to take the feats medium armor master.
Well, that's not really gonna do anything for me.
You just get +7 stealth or +9 stealth. Sorry. And then roll with disadvantage, and then say.
I mean, it's even AC wise, it's the same as having leather armor, studded leather.
Well, we could, if you have any spare leather, we could try and patch it up.
Do I have any spare leather?
That's an inventory question.
I don't think so.
Consult your inventory.
No, I probably don't.
Or you can go hunt an animal. Build yourself new leather armor.
Yes, but I don't know how to make leather.
We have a master craftsman in the basement.
You hang up and dry its skin, and you beat it with a rake, and then after like a while, it becomes leather.
Yeah, you can see how well that looks for you.
I will say that since part of the leather is studded, I would say your forging could fix that, and we wouldn't have to make a new set. Even though studded leather, not a thing, never a thing. In fact, it makes your armor less durable. Like it's totally impractical and not a real thing in real life. But yes, in Dungeons and Dragons, and you can.
What would realistic light armor be? Other than clothes.
I believe it is called a gambeson, which is like the stuff like you usually wear it like under sort of like plates and stuff instead of going the full heavy. But yeah, what is commonly referred to as stud leather armor is actually like the underneath part of some plate mail, like that they rest on the studs, and like a D&D guy saw that and was like, that's its own armor, but in reality it's not. Anyways, so would you like to repair some studs, or would you like to try?
I'd like to try.
Roll for it then.
Do or do not. There is no
I
try.
did a lot better for you. I got 23.
That as well. Had this been all metal armor, you would be able to repair all of the way, but unfortunately, you can only repair the AC by 1 due to its half and half compromising of materials here.
Which is better
So
than none.
that is going to take Roku several hours to do as he pounds away at this meticulously. Do any of you guys do you have anything you would like to do freely?
I would like to look around for the Kesto.
Okay. Are you
I'll join Hogar with that.
looking around the forest, or are you just kind of like staring out?
Staring out.
If I
Should
could
you
talk
see
to-
him anywhere? Yeah, Roku?
If I could talk to Sweetie, or actually both of you. So, the bear people, the Feywild is on the material plane now. Are we cool with that?
That is not a good thing at all.
Well, have we heard any complaints anywhere about Fae coming here and messing with people? I think right now it's just kind of their own hidden thing. I think the bears are trying to get away rather than the Fae seeping into our world.
Well, now that seems the case, but you do know you also just, well, mind the awful pun, but you poked the bear.
Also, you heard what he said. He said all of the other realms, of course, want to find their way to the material plane. So what says they're going to stop there?
They probably won't. Do we try and stop them before or after the water plane?
Well, the only thing that I would know how to fix this type of issue would be the divine spark, because they were telling us they could use it to rip holes through worlds, and like the Rat King wanted to, that whole gateway thing. So maybe a divine spark could be able to seal it, but we already need one for something else. So unless we can find another one, I don't really know how we're supposed to do this or solve this issue.
Burning it to the ground.
Yes, but what if
The
they
entire
just
Feywild?
come back?
No, the little section.
Just take the old strap on the watch, flamethrower, just
Just beat it back.
Unless everything's like the material thing from which I've gathered. Sometimes in the other places they just come back.
Well, it's going to be a little bit harder to live there if it's on fire.
You say that as if it doesn't probably rain there.
Well, luckily for me, I can control the weather.
Not all the time.
So, Rick, they're control weather.
Mhm.
How hot is unbearably hot?
I mean triple digits.
Yeah.
Like not even humidity. I mean
Oh,
to make
that
it
would be
unbearable for a bunch of people who are covered in fur, I mean that's even easier.
Well, just to dry. How much of a wet season has it been in Trusk?
In
Or around Trusk, where the
where you guys are at.
Jornheim.
Well, it's about fall.
Yeah, it's been precipitating mildly. It's definitely not dry. But I have never considered using control weather to start forest fire season. Like
Unbearably hot. That is
Yeah.
that would be able to dry something out very quickly.
Is this
absolutely.
violating the
Yes.
Geneva Conventions?
I feel like it is, but that's not important.
And then
Oh,
there
hell
is
no.
you can control three things with control weather. You can control the temperature, you can control precipitation, you can control the wind as well. So you can make it just stay
Drought.
still, so there's no like breeze blowing it. And then as soon as you start the fire, you can make a gentle breeze to blow like embers and shit.
That is
And then you can pick up the speed so it blows it super fucking fast.
Yeah.
No
I
precipitation.
mean, you kind of
Just
answered your own question there. Yes, you could do
Fire.
all of that. But
But
yeah,
it takes 1d4 times 10 minutes to change the weather, like each time you do it.
definitely not an in combat scenario.
No.
So it's doable, is what I'm saying.
Well, if that is all the conversation yields, through the concept of using forest fires to cause a disruption in your enemies conveniently located in the forest. The other two of you, while the smithing is going on, are going out and just standing outside and watching. And while usually you would make perception checks, I will say that as the night finally falls, you do suddenly see this little man scuttling out of the forests, deeply sweating, and worried looking as he starts to make his way up the steps towards you. Oh, I came as soon as I possibly could. It was it's quite the journey through the jungle. In fact, a tripwire almost cut my leg off.
There's still some of those around.
I remember all those.
You didn't see any of those pits, did you?
No, I did not meet any pits, but I will keep the lookout. If they happen to arrive again, I will make sure to keep my eyes peeled.
Good.
That's good.
So, I do suppose I'm under your official employment now, yes?
Yeah.
That appears to be so.
Wonderful. Could you possibly point me into a living space of any sort? Do you have places where I could, keep my things?
Do we have that, sweetie?
We don't. As of right now, we do not have official housing spaces.
Interesting.
But I do
Where are
know.
the workers sleeping? Roku, where are the workers sleeping?
Roku is forging right now. He's not in this.
But I do know if you would like a secluded space by yourself, there's one like a 5-minute walk away.
Where?
Where are we on the temple? Are we like at the top?
I mean, you
base?
guys are. I mean,
At the
out
top?
right out that front gate. So, like 2 squares up.
Can I see over the trees?
Yeah, as you stand here, you guys get a view just over the sky, the tree line.
So I can look over and point to the bunkers.
The bunkers. While you can see over the trees, the bunkers are also like right at the end of the tree line, so they're just out of sight. But you can see the beach area where they're located at.
Don't those still have like brain dead demons in them?
Just the one of them, but there were 3 bunkers, right?
Did we check all bunkers?
Well, I could go and set my books up if you would so wish.
Maybe for now, just stay in here. Also, don't mess with the big guy. We'll go check out the bunkers.
Oh dear. Yes, that is something I had not considered. What did you do to justify a Marut being here?
I
point to
Marut? Is that what
Sweetie.
this guy's called?
Yes, a Marut. You see, they are multiversal guardians put in place to make sure that wagers are held by both parties. They are probably one of the toughest things in the conceivable universe. Probably nastier than that dragon you had a quick run with.
Good to know.
Yes, that is more of the wonderful fun facts you'll have with me, which brings me to my next point. Wages. So, I moved here with all of my belongings, and I don't have an official place to sleep. So I feel like a healthy compensation should be met for my services.
I like that, sweetie.
I look
Very-
over at Hogar. What's like a decent wage? I don't think I've ever had like a job.
I pull out 50 gold. Here you go.
And what is this? Monthly or even weekly?
This is the. Garrick, do any of us have an idea about what an average pay would be?
Well, you have, conveniently enough, at least 6 people under your direct employment. So you guys kind of stare at each other, and then you start pulling back the documents and like the going through the tax, like the receipts of like how much are we fucking paying these guys? The unskilled workers are making two. So don't quote me on this, but from the top of my head, sorry, I'll try to pull up the document as I speak here. The unskilled workers make 2 silver pieces a day, and the skilled workers make 2 gold pieces a day.
So this guy should be making like 2 gold. Yeah,
Two,
yeah, that'd be
maybe
nice.
3.
Like 3. We'll give him 3 gold a day.
So, how many days are in these months? There's like
There's 31 days.
31 days in the month, 30 days that people work. Because there's no
So-
canonical weekends, but the middle 6th day people take off.
If I gave him 3 gold, I have to give him 90 for his first month.
That's 90 a month.
Well, it's 3 gold a day. I take out 41 gold. This is for your first month.
Oh dear, I'm working at a wage of 3 gold a day.
Yes.
Well, frankly, I'm very thankful that someone sees the services I can provide and is willing to offer a reasonable wage for so. Especially better considering I have to sleep on stone. So
We'll get that sorted out.
this
eventually.
will make this infinitely more bearable. Thank you very much, gentlemen. You shall not regret this endeavor. Now, if we can go inside, and perhaps I shall provide with you the information I've found on the elemental plane of water.
Eric, how much
we should
would
probably-
a hotel cost?
How much would the
Like,
hotel
or
cost?
A hotel,
If-
like not
to
not
If we had
build?
to, if we had to build like an
A
apartment building,
giant
how much would
hotel?
that cost?
well, like an
Like a-
apartment building for these people to live
Like an
in.
apartment complex of like 20-ish room, 10, 20 rooms. 10 rooms and room to expand.
I have to do some sort of research on that, but
A lot.
a
A
lot.
tank,
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
2 tanks.
Then we'd also be making money from that. So
Well, we do pay them, so we can just deduct it from their wages.
yeah, just like give like a living fee being like 10 gold a month. But we're also paying them 60 gold a month, so like 10 gold a month, 20 gold a month. I don't know.
Right. You
But-
understand they make different wages. So if you're willing to charge
Oh wait.
the unskilled workers who it takes them, what'd you say, 10 gold a month?
10
It
gold
takes
a
them,
month, and
it
they
takes them what, 2 gold pieces. 5 days gets 1 gold piece for them. So they would have to work 50 days to pay a single month's rent.
Jesus, Avery.
My point being, perhaps think about it more often. You guys have time to think about it.
Mm.
I have more time to think about it. You're all good.
we could up their
It takes
wage to
about
1 gold.
it takes about 1,000 gold pieces to build a smallish house, not including worker costs. That's just straight material.
Okay.
And if we could get Gronk to do it, he can turn materials into things.
If you can somehow reasonably convince him to build things for you after you stole all of his items, I'm sure he would do so.
Who?
Gronk, you robbed him of everything he had, including his armor.
It wasn't robbery. We earned that together.
Yeah.
We're just using it for
Yeah,
our
Yeah,
benefit.
he's definitely reaping the benefits as of the moment. My point being,
He retired.
got to
Like
talk to him
you
about it. So with that, Roku, you eventually get done. You come up, you see the small Kesto Bright Eyes here in your domain, and he walks in, turns left, and just finds a little corner of the pyramid where he takes his backpack, and as he stretches it outwards, it starts to just like a machine gun shoot these textbooks out all over the floor. Just and yeah, he's these stacks of writing all assembled over here.
Go throw Hogar's armor at him. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we established
Custo?
my armor is a jacket. Because leather armor doesn't exist.
It's a biker jacket. It's a biker coat.
For sure. But it's got metal in it.
With some sort of
It got the spiky shoulders.
There you go.
sort of like a metal like over the heart. And leather armor doesn't exist, so
So, would you like me to tell you my information on the plane of water, or would you perhaps save that for the day you are journeying to the plane?
tell us what you know and now.
Right. Well, firstly, the plane of water has no top or bottom, so you must breathe water the whole time, although I'm assuming adventurers of such proclaim as yourselves have an ability to do so. There are creatures such as Meros, Sahagwin, mermaids, krakens, dinosaurs, dragons, sharks, and, well, whatever other species feels like trying to kill you. The most feared and revered species is the Marid. You see, these are the elemental genies of the water plane, and they are the most powerful genies there are, except they are also the most stuck up. Marids hate other genies and hate humanoids, regarding them as less than slaves. If you encounter a Marid, suck up to it as hard as you possibly can, and if you're lucky, they won't deem you as unworthy. If you are stuck up or even awkward or flawed in any way, they will probably try to kill you. In fact, there's a story in famous literature about Marids. I've prepared it here, and he flips open this book. It says, the Marid poured out of the flask like water and said, your wish is my command. The halfling, overjoyed, wished for immortality. So the Marid polymorphed him into a fish that flopped around humorously until finally it expired. It is a cautionary tale that has survived through the ages, so I suppose the halfling got his wish. And he shuts the book. And also, as a general note, most creatures down there are resistant to the cold. It's very cold.
That was very useful.
Thank you. If you need anything else, feel free to ask. I can possibly look into more of my writings if I can find anything else of your curiosity.
Do you know of anything like major cities, leaders, hell, even perhaps what the element of water is?
The element of water is water.
No, I
Show him one of the things.
The elemental
I
shard.
the elemental shard. Like I open up and like pull up like the wobble of air. Just the little air balloon.
I see. Well, I'm not quite familiar, but if you're looking for a major city, may I suggest to you the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls. It's the only known settlement through the Isle of Dread, which is what is referred to in the waters. You know, it's a very treacherous place down there.
Could you perhaps find coordinates?
Perhaps I cannot. These things are not often logged for me. In fact, I've looked strenuously for you, but I'm afraid they're not shared openly. Although, the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls sounds like something rather noticeable when you're in the deep, dark depths of the ocean.
Yeah, but these places can tend to be pretty big.
Indeed.
Took us how many hours to find the Citadel of Ice and Steel or whatever that thing was?
Wouldn't have been so bad if you guys didn't fall out of the tubes.
Sweetie glares at Roku. After spinning endlessly.
Well, that's 1, 8, 16, 24. 3 water readings for me and you, Roku, which I can do, thankfully. Sweetie, you can breathe in water forever.
So, when do we plan on going? Do we have anything we plan on doing before we leave?
Do you want to do something about our bear problem before or after?
I prefer to deal with it sooner than later.
Casto, another question I have, if you would like to maybe research on something other than the water plane, anything that resembles other planes trying to reach the material plane, how to stop it, why they want to come here, just stuff like that. If you can find anything like that as well.
Off the top of my mind, sir, I know of one instance of this happening. You see, approximately a quarter of a century ago, in the neighboring continent of Titran, there was an incident in which a extra-dimensional deity tried to stretch its way through a portal into the plane. Usually, or at least in that instance, the only thing that will cease the portal is killing the creator of it. Whatever brought it into existence, once it is slaughtered, the spell sort of fades. Or perhaps
Have you heard?
It could be an object as well.
Have you heard of any instances where the plane is kind of bleeding into? Like, it's not like a creature trying to reach the plane, but more of like, let's say the Feywild just inserted a good chunk of area onto the material plane. Have you ever heard of anything like
you
this?
people do know how to get to the elemental planes, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, that would provide a specific answer for you, right? You've experienced this before. You know, like you get to the water plane by perhaps going into a particularly treacherous bit of the ocean. Perhaps the fire plane is. Perhaps there's a bit of a portal that you can dip through somewhere near the volcanic field.
I mean, that would be probably the normal way to do it.
Yes, that is. Well, how do you do it?
I point to the wristwatch.
Ah, and he like instinctively reaches up for it and grabs your wrist.
It's in Elvish.
Oh, I speak Elvish as my second language. Huh. And this lets you translocate through time. Or just
time?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
You gave us
You said time first.
Yeah,
can we time travel?
I mean, did you want me to answer that? No, you can't. What are you talking about? Like, you can't time travel.
Wait, this thing can travel through time?
And now.
Well, what does it... I'm sorry, I was making an assumption.
It travels through dimensions.
Oh. Yes, of course. Perhaps I got too ahead of myself. This is the first time hearing of this wristwatch, so I don't know why you're also looking at me like I'm supposed to know these things. I do get paid to know things, but unfortunately, that's something I've never quite seen before.
We were surprised because we were like, how do you get to the planes? Point to the wristwatch. It's a time machine!
Yeah, you just kind of.
I didn't do shit. You're talking to
watch was
Kesto, my
built-
guy.
This watch was built by this
the
group of
Seekers.
people called the Seekers.
Oh,
They would
yes.
use these watches to
I
travel
do
amongst
recall.
planes.
In fact, that is why I mentioned it. The Seekers originally were able to slip through time slightly as well, using the astral plane and intense speeds. It's a very complicated mathematical physical process that I don't quite understand. But from my knowledge, when accelerating fast enough in one of their Spelljammer ships, they were once able to reverse the flow of time slightly.
Well, if we get
I suppose I'm
whatever a
rambling.
Spelljammer ship is, we'll try that sometime.
Yes,
maybe.
you have
Like a
things to
hot air
do.
balloon ship.
No, Spelljammers are like ships here on the plains, but instead of sailing through the water, they use magic to sail through the skies.
Hot air balloon ships.
So
No.
it's like a ship that goes. So it could be called an airship.
I suppose so. Although Spelljammers are more oft used in traveling between planes as well as specifically the astral sea.
Well,
But
if we
I'm sure
find
you've heard
ourselves one of
enough
those,
of me rambling. So I do suppose I should get to work on any other sort of planescaping material, and you have work to do. I assume. So thank you for consulting with me, and I shall take my gold and go study some more, perhaps.
all right. Where does after he leaves? Where does everyone else sleep? Do they just go back to Trusk every day?
No. Think so. I don't know. You can
Is
go
it-
down and ask them.
Well, it's nighttime, right? I go down to the forge.
They're pumping away.
Do they sleep?
So I've been kind of thinking about this
Walk
recently.
back to Roku and Hogarth. Hogarth. That. See, there's the other two.
So I've been kind of thinking about this recently. I think we should go somewhere and try and find some builders and maybe start expanding upon this place, because we said we kind of want to try and make this a city. Then we'll need places like apartments or like some food place, like a tavern or something.
Well, we at least need
Still
somewhere
don't
for.
have the gold.
Yeah, yes.
Actually, we have like 150,000, don't we?
Exactly.
And he just said it
We
costs
could-
like 10,000 to make a little building, or to buy the materials to make a little building.
1,000 for like a small house.
Yep.
So let's say an apartment complex would be about like 10,000, and then triple that for laboring costs, maybe. I don't know, something like that. That's just me pulling numbers out my ass.
We should start with the bar.
Or we could do something like Trusk and have like a bar apartment, a bar hotel type thing.
Oh, trust me, if you want to build something, the Crimson Clover is going to be one of the much more expensive options, especially since it has an elevator.
That's fair. I think we should start with an apartment. Start with like houses. Sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. God damn it. Yeah, fuck it. All right. Oh. $150,000 should cover it. That's all I wanted to fucking say. That's it. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that sounds like a good price. Or a good spending for some apartments.
So we get the apartment place, and then we get like a tavern Now we also have to get more workers for these, or at least workers for the tavern. And then we can expand upon it by like having other places. I don't know. What other places does a city need? Maybe like a stable. We can have like horse rentals, carriage rentals.
To go where? On what roads?
Roads. That's another thing we need.
I think we're thinking a little too far ahead. We got to start small.
We're also pretty busy with a lot of physically demanding stuff. None of us have time to sit back and do all this logistic stuff.
We don't have to be.
We could pay for someone to do that.
We could take time to do this.
I guess so.
Plus, the forest out there is desolate. You should probably find something to change that. I don't know.
Well,
You're a nature guy.
isn't there like a big section of the forest that's just like cut down already?
No.
Like I mean, like where the Raven Queen was, just like hacking away.
I mean, she certainly cut down some trees, but that was at the very very western edge of the forest.
Gotcha.
And you guys had to trek through like an hour's worth of forest when you were making your way up from the beach. Also, I should mention now, very good you did not send Kesto Bright Eyes on a 5-minute trip down south, because it was actually an hour-long journey. So
We got his time mixed up.
It was 5 minutes by tank. That's what it was. Not even.
yeah, I don't know if that's correct, but who knows?
Well, so are we gonna go try and burn down that forest, or
Would love to.
go do that and then prep for the water plane?
Well, if we are doing the ban, which I hope the force you're talking about, they like to fuck with people who fuck with them.
The bears?
The fairies and stuff. Remember
Yeah.
that one time where
They're
Squeaky
already pissed at us.
trapped a pixie in a bottle? And
Yeah.
it died. They're gonna be pretty peeved at that.
Take the further risk.
Right? But tonight, let's rest a bit. I wouldn't mind some sort of house for us, or houses.
I'm saying we need to take some time and get all this shit sorted out. Maybe take
We
a
need to
couple
find the
months.
builder.
Yeah, we need to find someone that'll build shit for us, and we got to get them a supply of gold.
So that means we gotta build ourselves a bank. We gotta build ourselves not like a bank yet. I'm not saying build a bank. I'm saying we need to build ourselves like that room of gold needs to be a room of gold. And then we can start
bank up some
building stuff.
cash. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the term.
A vault, perhaps, to keep
Yeah.
on what you're trying to say.
Or we
Yeah.
could make a deal with that guy and he can just watch it for us.
Or after a bit, we
Pesto?
can just build a bank.
No, not that guy. The big motherfucker.
I was gonna
big
say, I'm
mofo.
like, you got scrawny halfling librarian to work security?
Honestly,
Is that what you want?
Yeah, I would.
Bro, we need an intelligence bureau.
He'd
For the-
seduce me with those librarian glasses.
Bro, he just started spitting off facts, and I was like, this is a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, what a guy. Outstanding gentleman.
He's the like the Jarvis. Like when you guys are fighting, he's like spitting out facts to you so you know, to help you out. Like, but just beforehand as opposed to during the fight.
It's helpful,
That's worth 3 gold pieces a day in my eyes.
honestly. It's almost 100 gold a
Information wins
month.
battles.
Anywhat, does anyone have anything to do for the rest of the night, or would they like to rest first?
I would like to long rest.
You
If
would.
that's all
Long
right with you.
rest.
If that's all
Long
right with
rest.
you. Is it
Long
all right?
rest.
Is it all right if I just go ahead and take a little nap right here?
I certainly can try.
Go take a nap. Use the what's his name? The Murat. The Murat. The
Merit.
Murat. Is that what
Mullet.
it was? Or
Mullet.
something like right.
So
Or
you all
something
go
like
to
that?
sleep.
Go out and use this foot as a pillow.
His main goal seems to be to watch you guys to not fuck with shit. So as long as you don't touch the actual sconce, kind of just sits there, let you rest on his toe. And
Let's
every
go.
time you open your eyes, you see that one beady eye staring directly down at you. But no resistance nonetheless. With that, all you guys, I would like to say all of you rest easily, but that is just not the case, as you all have dreams that haunt your mind slightly. All of you share a consciousness tonight.
Huh?
When you open your eyes after you take a rest, you wake up in that small gated community with the 4 mausoleums and the summoning circle where you once ran an almost fatal encounter with the Skyn Witch. And in it, you see you awake amongst a pile of bodies. Sweetie, as you wake up, you see the Raven Queen herself skewing about, drizzled with blood and unconscious, presumably dead. Hogar, you wake up and you see all of the bear people whom you just ran from, including their Yeth hounds, are piled on top of each other like livestock. And Roku, as you awake, you see Kravaku's armor diminished of all light underneath it, and strictly flat pieces of metal sitting against the ground. As you kick yourself awake and look upwards, you see the Skyn Witch once again floating in her position. And as you all look at her, her eyes glow red. And you all wake up after 8 hours.
Squeaking.
No Skyn Witch in the room?
Not that you can see, no.
Yo, homeboy, what was that about?
You seemingly did not get an answer.
Sweet. Yeah.
Aye. Yawn and such.
Right, yeah, Hogar.
You guys saw that dream too, right? Wasn't it just me?
Are you talking about the mausoleum with the Raven Queen and the
all the
Sky
dead
Witch?
bodies.
Ravaku, you mean?
No, it's definitely the Raven Queen.
It was the people of Bjornheim and the weird dog things too.
So we kind of had the same dream.
Kinda.
Well, I don't like that one bit.
The worst part is, she's not even in my head anymore.
Wow.
We'll
She
tell her to
does
go
that
away.
and then just leaves. That's cryptic as shit.
Does the ring look any different or anything?
The red ring of the Avandra one?
Yep.
No. A little damp glow of redness. That's about
What
it.
about the merit?
He's as Sweetie wakes up, he can attest, has remained in the exact same position all night, slightly hunched over, staring Sweetie in the eyes.
What if you put a drape over him?
Does the sconce look any different?
No, I mean same dark and glow.
That's not good. That was a weird dream.
Should we try and summon Avandra and see what that was about?
No.
Honestly, yeah. Let's see what she wants.
Why are we summoning her?
They don't have like a deck of playing cards.
Oh,
That's kind of your thing.
yes, Raheem. What about you?
The nerdy librarian boy. Can I walk over to him? I already forgot his name.
I'll pee real quick.
He's resting his head on a particularly large textbook, and he's sort of like taken the stack of books and shoved them over himself, and has his arms curled as he's using it as a blanket and pillow.
Excuse me. Tap.
Hmm.
You
I
you wouldn't happen to have any
the
playing
strange
cards on you, would you?
dream. Ugh, weird.
What did you see?
Wait, what was your dream?
Is everything all right? I
No.
didn't mean to startle you. I just had a very strange dream.
Did it happen to be a sky witch floating above a particular dead body that you know with mausoleums around you?
What? No, I had a dream I was in primary school and I forgot my underpants.
Not that
Is
strange.
this what it's usually like waking up with you folk? Are you usually this on edge?
No, just this one's
Sometimes.
just special.
Do you have any playing cards by any chance?
Always keep a set on myself to keep myself busy in times of need. I also have Dragon Chest if any of you would like to play.
Sure.
Maybe after this. But can I borrow those cards quick?
Absolutely. Please return them, though. I got them at the Waterfront Casino. You see, after the casino circulates use, they nail a hole through the center and sell them.
Perfect. I couldn't ask for a more perfect set of cards for this.
Should I ask why, or should I just sit here?
We're gonna contact Avandra as I turn around with his cards.
Ah, you get
I
these.
just
On him says the Crowning Glory Casino and Hotel. It says the logo written on him, and on the back is this weird wavy red design, as opposed to like anything else. But it just says the logo up top, the design, and then the rest are just regular playing cards.
I want to take off the ring, put the ring in the center, and I want to, the thing people do where they like put a deck of cards on a table and they like slide it out and it all becomes like a line of just cards. I want to do that in a circle around the ring, so it's like the ring in the center with like the circle of cards.
Ring around the ring, yeah.
And then
does anyone have any candles or incense or anything? Oh,
Do I have candles?
do I have candles?
I have salt. You can put a salt ring around it.
Just in case there are any ghosts coming by.
Wanders a ghost. I have soap
Yes, the
Okay.
soap is gonna.
covered in her mouth.
Okay. I want to sit there.
sit down.
And like around the ring.
I do not feel like this is a good idea, but okay.
Rituals.
Someone's gonna be stupid.
So are all three of us, potentially four of us, Sitting
Yeah,
down.
Kesto, as you like look back invitingly, is avoiding eye contact, scribbling in like a notebook. Like you look back, he's like, huh, and like glances up and he's like, like he does not want to be a part of this.
Okay. So sit down, grasping hands with everyone.
Oh, great, Avandra. We would like to speak with you.
Whoa, no, slow down. Not great. It's just a
Nothing.
Dear Avandra, we'd like to have a chat.
Close my eyes, holding.
Hey, Vladna, what the fuck are you doing?
Sweetie, would you roll me a religion check, please?
We're helping.
Okay.
We're humming.
Yes, but you also some of the things. Let's just say you guys trying to talk to Avandra is also detracts a bit from her trying to contact you, so it would provide disadvantage.
Fair enough. I don't want to.
I would have had advantage, and then you guys gave me disadvantage.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so it evens out to
We got religion
I was
check?
legitimately like in my head, I was like, okay, roll with advantage, and then you were like, whoa, let's not say she's great. And I'm like, you know what? You guys don't really like each other, so
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I feel like I should get advantage, and then Tom's like, no.
She's not great. If what do you want me to say?
Tom, why did you give me a normal? That's an 11.
It's a fat 11. 'Cause she
Well,
wants
she's
to
a
talk to us.
bitch, anyways.
Sweetie, no matter how hard you try to focus on this seance, you can tell that there are a couple other people here that are not giving it their all, as they may be holding you back in order to collaborate with Avandra. As you open your eyes, your other two party members are just kind of fucking around.
Guys, can we be serious about this, please?
Why?
Well, we wouldn't all have the same dream for no reason. So can we please just be serious and be respectful? Please?
But it's on your eye.
Fine.
Hogar, be respectful.
I'll be respectfully silent.
In that
That's better than anything.
I'm gonna go back to the same position that I was sitting when I was trying to talk to Cord,
Not condescending.
instead of the fake monk with the.
I sit crisscross applesauce with my holding my bow in my lap.
As all of you guys finally assume the position, Sweetie, you try it once more, and nothing happens.
I don't think this is gonna work. I think you guys pissed her off. And I get up and I start collecting the cards back in. I don't know if they came in a box, but like start collecting them and make sure there's not like dirt or anything on them.
We can try again when we get back tonight.
Just don't be disrespectful by like humming or saying she's not great or anything like that. Just play it cool.
Playing cool.
Cool.
I go back over and hand him back his deck of cards.
And he sort of absentmindedly like reaches out and just tucks him back in.
And walk back to the center, grab the ring, slip it back on.
So, we going back to the
Aren't you
Feywild?
going to play a game of Dragon Chess with this man, sweetie?
Oh, yeah, I forgot I promised you a game.
Not really a promise. You just said like, oh, maybe if after. I thought that was your polite way of saying no.
Do you want to play a game of it?
I mean, I don't mind. I usually play when I have not much to do, but well, frankly, I'm just a and he seems to kind of like stutter over his words, and he's like weirdly like
How about tonight? We can play tonight.
Sure, let's do it later.
Okay. Off to the Feywild then.
Would you like to roll an insight check, sweetie? If you are.
I would like to. I am
All right.
suspicious on his.
I'll incite him. That's gonna be a 17.
That's a 22.
I'll say, Hogar, while you did get the better one, so you notice, but Sweetie especially, even with your lower scores, you're staring at him, talking to him. You guys both notice he thinks he's a lot smarter than you, and wouldn't consider you competition for this game. So like he's just kind of like, yeah, that's okay, like maybe we'll play later. As chess is a very strategic games in general, and he's just kind of like, you guys aren't the brightest, so
All 1v1 and win.
Is this chess?
yes, dragon.
It's like
Dragon,
chess.
it's like chess but super.
It's battle tactics.
It's the Harry Potter chess. Or the Star
Wizard
Wars
chess.
chess.
Hollow chess.
Which we have experience in. We have experience in battle
Yeah,
stuff.
we've done Hollow chess.
You've killed things in real life.
So
I've won in Hollow chess.
I've killed.
after that, what are you guys doing today?
Are we going to the?
I would like to burn down a forest.
All right.
Off to the Feywild.
Sweetie, I'm gonna need you to carry me once we get there on your rug because I can't fly on my cloud and concentrate.
It's a carpet, but yeah, I can take you.
All right.
Anyway, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
The look of disgust on your face when I said that.
Disgusting. How long of a fly was it there last time, Rick?
It was a couple hours. It was not very long, but
It's still early morning.
yeah, it's bright and
Okay.
early.
Then yeah, I'd be fine with giving her the old fly.
I called Cheddar over.
Patiently waiting in his nest, he perches up at the sound of a whistle or his name, or practically any sound as he comes on by.
When I give you the signal, Hogar, I'm gonna have you wait down in the woods and have you start a big fire. I'm assuming you know how to make fire.
In the woods or in the Fey woods?
Just in the woods, and we'll gradually.
No, I'm not going to
Blow it.
burn down a forest.
It's gonna. Okay, sweetie, you want to start a fire?
Why are we burning down a forest?
Wait. Are we burning down the forest or the Fey forest?
I don't want to get too close to alert them, so I'd like to start a little bit in the forest and then blow it.
How do you know fire's going to go through the Fey portal?
Yeah, how do we know
It's
it'll
an
get through the portal?
illusion.
No, it's like a weird portal thing.
Is it a portal or is it an illusion?
It's an illusion.
Isn't the portal an illusion?
The illusion was there the first time we went there.
It felt like a portal.
Rick, was it an illusion or was it a portal?
I mean, you do recall seeing through it like it was not there, which your true sight does grant you.
Illusion.
If we set the forest on fire, that's very bad.
The Feywild coming further into the forest is very bad.
Yes, but setting fire to the forest isn't going to help that.
Fine, I'll do both. All right, fine. I'll start the fire and I'll make the fire happen. I have no qualms.
Hey, I have many qualms. A lot of
It's settled
qualms I
then.
have. Really isn't.
Okay, so how do you go about burning down a forest then?
We're not even there yet.
Well, first you got to get there, Rick.
Then how do you get there?
I'm gonna fly on my cloud, and if I don't know if Sweetie's coming or not, but
I'm going.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure they don't burn down a whole fucking forest.
Okay. You guys hop on your respective flying devices. Once again, Hogar taking the huge lead on Cheddar. And with that, you guys fly about 3 hours west. This time, not having to look very hard about where you're looking, because you know, this time even better than the last, where this is. And you find that sort of those remnants of illusion hanging on at the edges of the wood. Like Roku, especially while you're looking for it, you're able to spot it from far away.
What I would like to do is fly up high and not within. So what this is a 5 mile or 5 miles. You can span and control 5 miles. So I would like to get just not too far, but not too close to where I'd be detected, but still be effective to cover the entire thing. And then I'd like to start casting control weather.
You land, you shove the staff into the dirt, grind it in a bit further, and then it sort of projects this energy into the sky that dissipates after it gets a certain amount of feet away, and you presumably now can sort of control the weather around you.
And I would like to light clouds, no wind, and unbearable heat.
Is this just over the Fey Forest?
I don't know how big the Fey Forest is. It covers 5 miles.
All you're doing, you can slow it down, like make it small so it just covers the Fey Forest. I just don't think we should screw up an entire ecosystem because we want one small part of it to go away.
Hey, I'm going to cover the entire Fey Forest and nothing else then.
Can you choose?
It doesn't say you can, but
Does it say up to?
within 5 miles.
So it would just be the weather within 5 miles of you from here.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can focus it on the Fey Forest area, as you're looking at it, but there's still going to be some disconnect between. Also, the Bjornheim itself is probably about a mile in diameter, so
Perfect.
even then you'll get some overlap. But you also wanted to be far enough away to lead that in there, so.
And it's going to take 20 minutes to get these conditions to where I want them.
All right. I'm assuming for 20 minutes you guys just kind of monitor Roku.
Yep.
Rishi, what's your 2 cents on this?
We don't want the Feywild here.
I mean, I agree. How is this helping that?
We're getting rid of the Feywild.
Kessler said we need to either kill someone or destroy an object.
We would have to carve through an entire town. This is a lot easier.
Well, they said that they made that deal with that one guy. We don't even know where that one guy is. He could be anything. He could be a creature we have no idea what it is. He could be on the material plane. He could still be in the Feywild. But apparently that's the guy who's granting them access to the Feywild. So we can't really do anything about it until we know who that guy is.
The cold fall air begins to rise rapidly in temperature. The dew-covered grass begins to evaporate as you hear a sizzle sound like the entire forest is being cooked up in a skillet. And it is being cooked almost as suddenly this area around you guys, you sort of at the edge of the effect, away from it, able to sort of feel sort of the remnants of it, but not be in it. Immediately, the sun starts soaking up everything. You guys see the plants almost start to furl and basically tan instantly as they try almost burn up as this immense heat hits the entire area, and there's no wind. It is absolutely miserable in this area, and you guys are sweating just standing on the outskirts of it.
Okay, as soon as it looks like,
What the hell?
Like if you pick up a leaf and it just like crinkles.
Oh, absolutely. Just
But
it
it's
is
to that
bleached
point.
white, like already, and as you just pick it up, it just crumbles away.
I would like to get a little bit closer to the barrier. I'd like to start a small fire.
Roku, you have to step through your own weather you created, and you take that first step through, and the difference is night and day. It's just your armor starts cooking the inside of you as the sun is relentless, and it is now just barreling through these trees as the leaves get curled up. It provides less protection as you just bake as you walk a little bit further, and you are. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw as you're trying to walk through the woods, evading this unbearable heat, literally.
22.
You are able to stave it off. I'm assuming the other two of you stay where you are in the cool fall breeze.
I get that this helps us, but does it? How is this going to stop the Feywild from still being here?
At this point, I'm not even.
Yeah, I
I'm
will
just
know,
gonna-
Roku. You're fucking you're gone by now. This is not a you and him conversation. And Sweetie does not respond as he seems to be looking up a spell or something, perhaps.
Yeah, I was going to look. I was going to be like Sanctuary, because that's a paladin spell I have. But then I was just like, that doesn't really affect. That's protection against an attack, not really heat.
At the
It's just
end
like
of this, at the end of the time, I can put out all of the fire with torrential rain. That is my plan. Relax.
And you again sort of trudge through this nightmarish hellscape that you created, Roku. The border gets into your eye line as you sort of see the illusion start to fade slightly.
And I would like to use Hellish Rebuke. I think you can use it as a action. If not, I
I
can
don't
use,
think legally in rules you can, but I'm fine with it now if you would like.
and then I would just like to scorch a tree.
Since it's a reaction to an attack, you have to charge at the tree and hurt yourself first, and then you're able to light it up as an instinctual reaction of your magic.
And then on the walk back, I would like to start a slow breeze blowing into the illusion.
As you start making your way back, the embers start to move even further. The grass is now instantly dry and just.
It's going to take another 20 minutes to take into effect.
Right. Just lit by like pure gasoline poured all over the ground. I mean, this dryness and a literal fire is the perfect recipe for forest fires like this that happen. And as you walk back, eventually you make it. The journey was about 20 minutes as well, so the breeze starts kicking in then. And as you see down the line, deep into the forest, the smoke starts to rise as you see the black pluming overhead.
And you're sure the fire is going to go through this illusion?
Not yet, no. Could you take me up so we can go look?
I scoop back for Roku to hop on, or scoop forward so Roku can hop on in the back.
Yep.
And I start flying over towards Bjornheim.
You start flying over, and as you do, feel the residual heat as you approach. And with that, again, I need both Roku and Sweetie to make Constitution saving throws, as they, even riding on a cloud, are facing the effects of this extreme heat.
30-20.
Constitution. Roku, I get your plus whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Sweetie, as you start to sweat and make your way through here, you find it hard to breathe. And after you take Roku to his initial spot, where he can like sort of gaze down further, you take a level of exhaustion due to your inability to function due to the heat.
A perfect person to take exhaustion levels.
Exactly. Roku, as you get at least 120 feet in the area, you see the fire start to spread. You sort of pass through, your vision sort of passes through that line, and you see the grass leading up to the castle all on fire as well. You look out, and the entire area has, I mean, you quick started a forest fire. You set the perfect conditions for it, and it is now just a raging inferno now making its way across this wasteland, it leaving rubble, leaving blackened ash behind it.
How much is this fire spreading for the normal non-fey forest?
I mean, well, you are back to before where the weather starts getting all fucked up. So from what you can see, there's not a lot of fire in your area. So that's good. It's miles up the road where it starts.
I would like to. I got control of the weather for 8 hours. So at the point where it covers the entire Fey infected area, I'd like to start transferring it into a torrential rain and storm condition, and then to reduce the heat as well.
As you are shoving this, not intentionally, but as this wave shoves inadvertently of your own control of this intense fire, it coats the forest and it starts moving its way outward. And as it encompasses that mile, you know that you've done enough, so you start to change the weather as well. It is at this point, though, you hear the howling of those human-faced hounds as you look down, and several of them are engulfed in flame. And the more they try to run, the farther into the fire they get, cooking them alive, burning their hair, leaving residual piles of ash. You cover the castle in flame, and every piece of wood in the architecture is burned away, leaving only the sort of the stoneworking purely all that resides. And although a lot less screams than you thought, it seems the Yeth hounds are the only ones that like let out audible, painful screams and started running around. Presumably, everyone else is either inside or perhaps died quietly and stoically. But it wipes away everything. A lot of the city was made with stone. The stone is now scorched and blackened atop it, and with that, eventually the clouds immediately coat over top of it. The rain starts, and you once again hear that sizzling, as you removed the moisture from the ground, you are now bringing it back in a cycle as the fire is slowly being put out, and the ashes across this forest are residually getting better as the embers sort of are all that remain eventually.
At the point where everything is calmed down, the temperature's a little more moderate. I'm gonna. Can we go look at it, sweetie?
Kind of like go through the illusion, go down.
You guys make your way down to a dark and dust-filled area. While the embers get put away, the smoke still rises a bit. Although the constant dampening with the rain makes it easier to traverse. But yeah, you guys have absolutely leveled this entire city. I mean, everything is just black on the ground as far as you can see.
Is there no more heat from what I can tell?
From what you can tell, oh yeah, especially back there, when the clouds filled the sky, you could feel it. Just any residual sweat start to fade as it gets.
So now it's raining?
Yes.
Cheddar, stay around here. I'm gonna go in.
And he nods. And but as you walk a little bit further, you hear the loud trotting footsteps of a dinosaur behind you. And as you look backwards, he's like, I've never experienced rain before.
Oh, really? It never happened when we let Well, it was only a night. Well, I don't know what Roku's doing, so this might be very bad rain, is my only thing.
But the rain.
Yes, it's fun sometimes when it's just a light little drizzle, but
And he immediately takes off. As there are some, even though you have rather good control over this animal, some things are intrinsic to this chaotic creature, and he wants rain.
well, I guess he wants rain.
As you sort of walk casually, and eventually, as you get to the area that's raining,
I do a light jog.
Cheddar is stomping in the muddy ash, and the rain is, and he's like opening his mouth for the rain and like flicking it off of his wings. He's having a good time.
Mud's fun too.
And you will make your way closer as well. But in that time, the two of you now stand at the ruined wastes of Bjornheim.
No fairies or any like fey plants, fey
Roll
creatures,
roll an investigation check. I mean, how in depth do you want to go? Do you want to take a scan, or if you go house by house, which would be a better coverage, but it will be an investigation check.
Would like to just like we did first time we were here after the rats attacked. I'd just like to stroll through,
You
Yeah,
can
like
roll
just kind of like
perception.
walk down the center of town.
see the
Maybe, like-
carnage that I just caused.
Yeah, I'm a peek. Give me a
You
sec.
said perception?
Yes, I did perception.
Because my investigation is only a +2, but my perception is a +11.
Oh my! I have the same difference, and I never complain.
Well, no, that's why I was happy when he said perception. So how y'all doing? Just leveled the city with fire.
That's pretty good.
Tom, you feel better, Tom?
Feel powerful.
You feel powerful?
Yeah, I feel powerful.
All right, perception scores, you two.
23.
Hey,
Wait, Roku, what did you get?
3. He got a
Okay,
23.
regular 3. Okay. Yeah, you guys stroll on through the city. Death hounds, still a bit singed at your feet. Their corpses now blackened and unrecognizable for what they previously were. Their skeletons almost are about the only thing that remains. And yeah, you just sort of look around and can't find any survivors or even bodies.
Is there Fey wild stuff still around?
Besides the sort of illusion that is still there, to sort of protect it from the outside world. I mean, every piece of vegetation is gone. As the vines had sort of overtaken that castle, they're now singed. The weeping willows now are crushed. Just absolutely leveled.
I want to go inside that main castle.
Okay. You walk in as the doors are partially collapsed due to their wooden nature. You're able to sort of push one open, and the bear rug that was previously residing of the previous bear king, Meskimen, I believe his name was, is like furled up halfway. His head is like curled, like he just got burned in a fire, but the bottom half seemed to have survived. And the ornate wooden throne as well seems to reside there as well.
Didn't know if they decided to hide in the castle or something like that. But also, I don't know if this means that we just got rid of the Feywild. Like, they could probably come back just as easy.
I suppose. But can beat them back just as easy, I suppose.
That's also fair. So
Did you go anywhere else, or?
I'd like to go back to the panda, where that panda boy was.
Absolutely. You walk in that rightmost door and make your way to the cave-in sort of area where the previous skeletons once reside, and here you find your only other body you've seen, as the panda, whom you know as Nifsik, as well as his bear, are currently lying dead on the ground, although not burned in any sort of way.
How did they die?
Roll medicine check.
I would like to assist.
With advantage.
Thank you, sweetie. 19.
Yeah.
You see as the big bear boy, whom you beat to a pulp basically yesterday, is currently as you like move his body around, rigor mortis is set in, but his bones are just everywhere inside of his body. He's been basically crushed in every sense of the word. But more specifically, the panda, I mean, his hat's everywhere, his corncob pipe is skewed about on the floor, has specific red indentations around his neck as if he has been strangled.
So I didn't burn them alive?
No, these guys look like look like they've died. Well, it would have had to been recently. I don't think would I be able to tell like
yesterday.
You guys were here less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
I will say with a 19 as well, you notice that the strangulation marks on his neck are not like hands or paws or anything. It was with something, but you don't know what, but like with a rope or like a piano wire or something like that. Not just straight.
Well, that's concerning.
well, if the bears even decided to attack each other, would they kill each other with rope or would they fight?
I don't think that's the style of the bears.
So
But I guess I don't know.
So maybe we should have checked inside before we burnt it all down.
Then we'd have been followed and attacked like last time.
What if they were all dead before we even got here?
Still have to worry about the Feywild.
That's fair. Maybe this guy they made a promise with turned on him.
Maybe.
Basically, as you guys are sort of standing around examining whatnot, Hogar, you eventually reach the city limits, and you see as well this entire town, all the vegetation of it, and the immediate surrounding area have just been engulfed.
And try to investigate it for signs of anything, life, tracks.
Roll investigation check.
I'll work with that. Oh, well, not this time. 7.
As far as any sort of people, you examine the sort of cave-like houses they have as well, the hovels. Not a single bear folk resides. As well as the pixie, you look for like pixie bodies. Can't find any of those either. It seems the only bodies you can find are those 2 Yeth hounds, and as your friends emerge from the ruins of a castle, they have news of 2 other bodies.
This is strange.
If they're smart, they probably ran
Ran where?
away from engulfing flames.
Into the Feywild, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe they have a portal somewhere that they can just go to the Feywild from here.
Take some more time and look around.
Yeah.
Second.
Hogar, you as well mentioned like wanting to search for tracks, and you can do so. I just wanted to separate the searching in town and looking for like tracks out of it. So roll me a survival check with disadvantage, as the entire ground has been scorched, making tracks a little bit harder to come by.
Well, it's not a nat 20. But you want to know what it is?
Did you roll with disadvantage as well?
I did.
Okay.
I rolled 20 and a 15, so it's about 29.
Okay. You attempt to search for senses of movement, and you do as well find anthropomorphic, specifically paw prints of the bears leading outside of town. You know that they have left town, but after the immediate steps away from this, their tracks are, untraceable.
What direction did I leave in?
You see back from where you guys came from to the eastern area.
Oh no. Hey, guys, check this out. Tracks. They went eastward.
Is east away from Trusk?
East is where, I guess where Trusk would be, but it's also a travel upwards as well. To be fair, these tracks extend for about 10 feet and are erased.
So who is southeast, right?
Skotua?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Sarask, I meant.
Sarask, yeah, that's also what I meant. What I envisioned you meaning. It's a bit lower. It's not like directly that direction, like that's where Biscotua is at, but it's like a little bit lower on the map. So yeah.
They might be heading for Sarask.
I doubt it.
Where else would they be going?
If they are, that big thing that doesn't want things to mess with that thing is going to stop them.
What if they don't? They choose to not mess with the sconce.
They can't really burn down much.
Where's? Oh. All right. I'm gonna go find Cheddar if you're done with whatever this is.
Roku, is it still raining?
Whenever it's gonna rain until 8 hours are up.
Okay, so yeah. Cheddar's out dancing around.
Okay, good. He's safe. Can one of you give me a lift home?
As you walk towards him, he just like cranks his neck towards you and goes, "You gotta try this," and he's like trying to bite the rain droplets out of the air.
I try to grab one out of the air.
It's a pretty plentiful rain, so you're rather successful in it. There's a lot of rain to come by.
Do you want to see it for a while, Cheddar?
No, I do love the rain, but you kind of tell me what to do.
If you want to see it for a bit more, you can just fly back after a while. You know where Sarask is.
I do. I flew here based on memory, basically.
Yeah. Sweetie or Roku. One of you can do that, right?
What?
I turn to the carrot, fly, give me a lift.
He's got a two-seater.
Then that works.
And with that, getting permission to stay here longer, Cheddar spreads his wings out as far as he can and just falls into the mud beneath him and just coating his wings in this thing.
Have fun.
Will do. And he starts like fucking with those wings, making like snow angels in the mud.
Mud angels.
Mud angels, if you will. And what are you guys doing?
I get on Sweetie's two-seater. So what now?
Well, we can go prepare for the water plane, or
All right, back
go
to
find
Sarask.
Sweetie's builder.
Oh, like, all right, back to Sarask first.
Sweetie, you
Me-
were.
Sorry, what?
I was you were the driver of this magic carpet, so I guess it's up to you.
Well, I mean, how long would it take to try and find a builder in like Trusk or something?
There's a lot of handy men in Trusk
And women,
and women. We're very inclusive.
yes.
So you guys want to go there?
I mean,
Indeed.
if that's the case, I can just boomerang us.
Yeah, then let's go.
All right. What plane should we head to for the boomerang?
That's up to you.
All right. Just remember, gravity doesn't exist. Okay. Airplane.
As you start falling through the earth into this portal, you as well start falling in the airplane. And as you sort of try to make your belief once more that you can fly, you look around and it's just blue emptiness, 360 view all around you. It is a void of a blue sky.
Quickly set it to Trusk the Trusk coordinates that Primaku showed me.
And with those coordinates, you land middle of town, basically, just before the forges, and like just outside of the Crimson Clover.
Well, we did it.
Okay, so where would we find some good builders?
What other guilds are here, Rick?
Well, there's the Academy of Magical Sciences, which you guys refuse to ever go back to.
It's the cow lady.
The cow lady is weird.
She
We
just
have
got
magical problems.
she just got a
But the
weird head.
cow
Why you
lady's
guys gotta
weird.
judge so hard? We also have the cross hands, which is the forges. The Capitol building, that is the Ivory Fortress, is the sort of home to the law and diplomatic side of things, and the Boothgar Glom Mining Company, which is many what are they called? Quarries. I have it written down. Look for me. Plenty of quarries into the ground. You don't know of any particular building or carpentry factions.
Contracting companies.
There may be some of those, but none of them have their own like guild. Yeah.
Is there an armor shop in Trusk?
Yes, you buy it at the Cross Hands Guild House.
I'll meet up with you guys in a bit. I'm gonna head over to the Cross Hands.
Okay, you walk in those familiar, or you almost walk in those familiar forge doors, but it's a large guild house. It's like a strip mall, basically, of these like these rows and rows of buildings that are all connected together. And you find one that is simply labeled shop, where you go into and you find all sorts of fitting like on mannequins and whatnot of these on these training dummies have been fit with armor, progressively different kinds, and a lot of different styles. As it seems, when you make armor and you're smithing, people try to come into their own as they're training here.
Is there like a cashier's counter or something?
Yes, there is, and at it is a half orc man, not too uncommon of a sight here at in Trusk.
How much is the repair job?
Well, that depends what you're looking for. Repair for what?
I show off my leather armor with some holes in it.
Studded leather?
Yeah. Got the
Well,
studs fixed. Need
this
the
doesn't
leather
look too
fixed.
bad. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we sort of specialize in the studs, but we can get it done if you want. I'd say about 10 gold pieces. I could fix you up just a little bit. It's a good thing these studs aren't too jacked up, or else I don't know what we could have done for you.
How long would it take?
Oh, I'll bang her out here in 10, 20 minutes.
All right. I am in 10 gold. Thanks for the good work.
Yeah, thank you. And he carries it outside, leaving this room totally unsupervised as he walks into the bowels further into the.
I will stand here and make sure no one else steals things.
All right, standing as your own sort of merit, making sure that no one else steals anything. No one else even comes in, so you don't have to worry about that. But as his promise fulfills, in about 15 minutes, he comes back out. The cracks in your armor have been like sort of cleansed very nicely as your armor is back to its full structural integrity.
Thank you kindly.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope. And I hand him 2 gold as a tip.
Well, thank you mighty kindly, sir. Why don't you come on by anytime?
I will.
Tell your friends, as he like yells as you start walking out the door. The other two of you, or do you just wait as this happens?
I'm gonna go to the best place I know to look for someone. I'm gonna go to the Crimson Clover.
All right, and you do. It is about noon. So obviously it's very busy here as people are getting their 12 o'clock drinks as you need to get through the rest of the day.
I want to approach Junior at the bar.
What can I get you?
Some information.
No, we have ale.
Have you heard of any contracting companies like builders around here?
What?
Do you know of any like people with building professions in the area?
No, we have ale.
Is there anyone else like that looks like they're not slobbered in the tavern?
I get roll an insight check.
15.
Everybody's drinking, so it's kind of luck of the draw right now. It's not too late into the night where people are absolutely just destroyed, so they're fucking stumbling around and picking fights, but you don't know.
Is there anyone with tools like a belt or a pouch or something?
Roll a perception check, see if you can spot that specifically.
12.
Okay. Wouldn't you know it, sitting in the corner is a group of these orcs. Specifically at the head of the table is a female orc, and she's very skinny, which is not something you see even with females. They're not very small, but this lady is. She's a lot more human looking than most of your half orcs. She's still green, still got tusks, but she's human sized. And as you walk over, it seems you've caught a construction crew on their break, as all of them have their sort of protective gear and tools on the table.
Before I walk over, I'm gonna pat Sweetie on the back and just point at those guys in the corner and go, "Thank you, Junior."
No, we have ale.
I know, buddy.
All right.
Hop off and just follow Roku. No, we have ale. Hey, Junior's.
Yeah, we'd like to approach.
Yeah, approach him.
So then I'm looking at this guy, and he hands me a 3/4 inch when I wanted a 1/16. Ooh!
That
And
bastard.
that's why I'll never be able to trust humans again. What do you want? The lady looks over at you.
Hi. We were looking for like a group of builders to hire.
But that's your business offer? Okay. Well, I suppose you could do so for the right price. Where, when, what?
Wait, are you guys a company that does that?
I'm the head of the company. These guys work for me.
Okay. Sarask, we have gold. Sweetie, take it away.
As you say that, everyone looks at each other like, oh, that's not going to work for us.
May I ask why not?
We don't want to go to Sarask.
We could pay for travels.
You can't pay for possible loss of life for me and my crew. So
Loss
I'm
of
afraid we're
life?
going to have to stay out. Yeah,
That place it's liberated. No more demons. We took care of that.
so you guys are the ones that killed the demons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to decline.
Is there something else we should be worried about?
Well, I mean, come on, we don't need to get into this now.
Sure we do. What's wrong? What's wrong with it?
Are you worried about us?
Yeah. Word is
Why?
you guys put down Lamach yesterday. You guys are not only killers yourselves, but you attract that kind. So
Lamach was like 170 years old.
one of the guys stands up and goes, Lamach was a treasure to this community.
He was. We can agree on that.
And no one here murdered a friend. Look. Our other friend, this is bad because he's not with us at the moment. Him and Lamach, they connected on a much deeper level than, a spiritual level.
Roll persuasion
And-
check.
Off the table. Persuasion? Oh, yeah, that's a 32.
Look, that's great and all for your friend, but I don't think a single person in this area is going to want to work with you guys, especially if we're going to the mainland.
I guess we're going to have to find someone else, sweetie.
Fine.
You know, I heard Midrock has good builders. We try them.
I'll probably build what we want better anyways.
And
No?
I'm going to turn and walk away.
And at that moment where you guys all kind of sit there, she goes, you guys are fucking assholes. You know that, right? Lucky we don't call
Right
the
back
guard
at
on
ya.
you. And with that, one of the other male orcs in her posse stand up and go, oh, you want to go right now then? Is that what you're saying?
My sleeves, my non-existent sleeves.
I just turn around.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, buddy.
As I kind of like stand in front of Roku and kind of like, ooh, calm down, buddy.
Come into our town and start talking a lot of shit about people making an honest living? Huh? We're not all around killing demons and collecting bounties such as yourselves. I got mouths to feed, right? I got a wife, kids, people who care about me, huh? You got a family to watch out for?
No, I'm known for killing my own family, so you better watch your mouth.
Aha! My point exactly. And he sits back down.
But we are trying to make a town for all
Guy,
people
we're not
to have safe
interested. I'm
families.
sorry. I can't I don't know what to fucking say to you anymore. We're not going out with you guys. That was phrased weirdly. We're not going to Sarask with you guys. And I would appreciate if you guys stopped insulting us. We're gonna have to get the guard involved. If you want to fight us, go for it. But
And
you're
the
gonna have
guard
to
would
fight
really
the
care
guard,
anyway.
too.
And I just kind of look up at Roku like, the guard can't touch us.
Are you
I'm just
are you
gonna walk
fucking
away.
serious right now? Did you just say the guard can't touch us?
No, I didn't say.
You gave me
I
the
just turn
look.
around and
You
walk
said I look up and say to Roku. So I mean,
Yeah, I just kind of turn around and walk away. Like, these people aren't fucking worth it.
Hogar, just going to get his armor repaired. Sweetie and Roku.
bar fight, bar fight.
Oh, you want to work for us? We're dangerous. Well, fuck you.
They just accused us of killing one of your best friends. And you're like, yep,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Well, he wasn't there, so honestly,
Well, no, and I would have to say that I was there.
with that, you guys walk back out and meet up back with Hogar.
Hey, Hogar.
I forgot I was muted. How did it go?
We found a group of builders.
We're gonna have to look somewhere else.
Apparently, people hate us now for killing Lomak. Even though we all know that this did not happen.
What else?
Apparently, if they think they're going to work for us, they're all just going to die because apparently we're dangerous.
Yeah, we are pretty dangerous. And some of us tend to poke bears.
So,
Well, let's just go home then.
time to go home.
Roku,
Going home.
Okay, how do you get home?
are we flying or is Roku just gonna snap? That's there.
We're flying. Doing the old-fashioned way.
Alright.
The old-fashioned way is by boat and then walking. Or just swimming and walking.
If you want to swim all the way there, be my guest. You have gills. You can do it.
Faster than your carpet.
There you go.
I mean, for
Yeah,
the
I get there
portions
faster than
you're.
you.
but not as stylish.
So you guys all
Mr. Roku on his cloud.
from the main square of Trusk just take off into the skies as you make your way back to your base. It is a several-hour journey, as it takes a little while to get there. If you have anything you would like to do on the way,
I'm just gonna throw and catch my hammer. Just
you do that thing in Mob of the Dead where when you take off and you throw the tomahawk behind you and you call it back, so it's just like continuously cycling behind you as you move. And about 2 hours later, the pyramid comes into view once more as your neat little town of Sarask is there, just looking like normal. Just in case any of you were worried about possible bear attacks, it does not look like that from as you start to land down.
No bear attacks. Good.
Well, maybe we can go down to Skotua and see if there's any builders down there.
Maybe.
I think Mid-Rock might be dwarves, you know?
Yeah, but also, I don't know if they like us too much.
But once I suppose, replace the statues,
How do you plan on redoing that?
once a month I can.
So, when's that?
That's a good question. It's been like 10, 15 days since Mind Flare.
I have no fucking clue.
That's what I'm going with. This has been like 10 to 15 days since Mind Flare.
So today is what?
I don't have the calendar up. That's my bad. Where is she? Where is she? There she blows.
The 8th, I believe.
The mid-8th.
Okay.
What's up? What are you guys doing?
I'm not sure.
Is this still daytime or is it like evening?
Oh no, it's like 2 in the afternoon. Really?
Oh, 2 in the afternoon. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to go check on the boys downstairs.
They're busy hammering away. They look to have finally recovered from their hangovers / deep sleep deprived methods of the mid-6th. All good. Still noisy. Still pumping out work. It looks as they are about they're about almost half through this new tank.
Meaning there's 2.5 days left.
Meaning there's 2.5 days left.
And since they work 30 out of the 31 days of a month, does that mean they can turn out 6 tanks?
Yes.
Nice.
Exactly 6 tanks a month.
I'd like to go back up to where the other boys are.
I'm just gonna use some thinking.
Sweetie, could we do the thing with Clegane?
Meditating.
Oh yeah, I suppose we could finally do that.
See how that goes. This is going to be interesting.
You can certainly
Yeah.
try.
All right. You have 8 hours.
I
Okay.
sit down and pull out the red prideful crystal. A gate, sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to set the little thing right in front of him. Just pat it on the head. It pops out.
Scatters his shell of ceramic.
And as soon as he pops out, I'm going to start on the spell. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
I don't like that for 8 hours. That's not good.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
And he sits down, sort of like puts his paws out in front of him and sort of just sits there patiently waiting for this all to happen in his little armor and everything. I'll be right back. I got pee a lot tonight, just by the way.
Wake up.
I'll right back to you.
Wake up. Wake. Is it? I forget the cadence he says wake up in.
Who?
You know the meme AT always sends where it's like run, run, run.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that, but wake up. I think wake up was the original.
He's an idiot. Oh, they're still playing Tarky. Are they? Oh, I'm going to pop in and look. What the fuck are you guys playing? Gay.
What you
Oh,
playing?
I left.
Oh, did you? Fuck. That's dumb. Cool. Too bad I can still hear him, and he's talking mad shit right now.
Yeah, fuck. Justo's dumpy.
Justo is a dumpy.
Yeah, dumpy dumbhead.
Oh fuck! You guys are playing Dead by Daylight. Oh, I'm kind of jelly. Wait, who's all playing? Oh, it's just Cade. What are you playing then? Oh, you're playing.
Oh, it's just Cade.
Oh, Cade, you just saw him. Use to your right. You just saw him. He's there to your left. He's in your ass. He's in your ass.
He's in church. He's in church.
He's in church. He's in church. Yeah. What? There's a staircase there?
Rick, how's college?
Are you
Good. Just kidding. It's not. People play music constantly, and I have headaches every single day. I can't do my homework because I can't focus because the bass is literally shaking my walls.
Well, don't you like a little bit of bass in your life?
Then Rick, you get a better stereo system.
Nope, doesn't help me
Get
because
a
I
bigger
would just
radio
give myself
and
headaches.
play louder.
I've been
Music.
pumping ibuprofen
I'm also in a
twice
Zoom
a day, every single day.
My scalp is dry,
Damn.
and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, we are. They went on a small bathroom break, so me and Tom joined this, and then Tom left immediately.
Because I'm dedicated.
No, we're.
I got him. I'll get him. Oh,
What? No, I just left.
I was gonna disconnect you.
So you sit in front of this lion for the next 8 hours as the sun goes down. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to do?
I want to walk around in the forest for a couple hours disarming traps.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
16.
Okay. You find some tripwires to cut, but you also find a lot of pits filled with spikes. What do you do with those?
Fuck, Sweeney has my shovel. I'll leave them be for now, because Sweeney has my shovel.
Okay. You made the forest a little bit more safer. Roku. What about you?
Oh, I want to make sure my lion boy doesn't get hurt.
Okay. Just as about the 8 hours are up, Roku, you hear a voice in your head, and it says, what have you done? You led them to me, didn't you? You damn humans. Oh God, they're here.
Do I know this voice?
Roll a history check.
10.
It is a crazed, obviously stressed individual.
Bear King? Question mark.
New phone, who dis?
You get no response. As you continue to sit there waiting for some sort of mental transmission back, that's all you got.
Well, I didn't lead anyone there. I did keep my promise.
What promise?
I don't know. He said, "Don't tell anyone we're here, or we'll cut your nuts off," or something like that.
Who are you?
You didn't
referring
tell anyone.
The Bear King.
to? Oh, gotcha.
Oh, it was the Beholder. You remember the Beholder?
Yeah.
He said,
What's
"Don't
the
tell any
Beholder?
humans where I'm at."
Holder. I barely know her.
Oh yeah,
It was a
like
hint.
that guy.
It,
Well,
it was a hint. Rick,
Was it that
Rick's-
voice, or was it his voice?
You don't know, man. It definitely sounds crazed enough to be the beholder.
But it wasn't the bear, right?
No, it didn't match the tone of the bear. It was very.
Okay.
I think
Um,
you're right with the beholder.
Well, I liked that beholder guy. So
Yeah.
I think we need to help him out. Oh God, did we just fuck him over with bears? Where was the beholder's cave at? And
Wasn't it just in the same area as the?
You were trying to remember stuff, same as the voice. You're not really sure.
Wait, no, I know where it is. I just need to look at the map.
no, we found it. We found it on Mima's Island, right? Mima's Island
You know, it's
or
island.
mainland.
Okay, because Mima's house is western of the mountains, right? Or is it eastern?
I mean, sweetie, right now you're doing some spells, so I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Roku, would you like to alert anybody to this?
Yeah, I wanted to have this conversation with Sweetie as he was.
Well, I have to concentrate on this doing a spell. I don't think I can talk while performing the spell without fucking it up.
I'm still gonna yell at him.
Would you like to yell at him?
The beholder. Yeah, that's it. He's in danger. We have to save him. He's my sweet little guy.
Okay. Sweetie, you got like 2 minutes on the spell left, but you just got yelled at by Roku.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Also, Holgar's in the woods, like just wandering.
Wake me up inside.
Wake me up and save me. Call my name and save me. From...
After you have to wait, Roku, these horrifying couple of minutes as you're trying to get this point across to Sweetie, and he's just sitting there. And with that, you eventually, Sweetie, this gem officially dissipates as it's been slowly oozing out this red mist, and then it eventually disappears. And as Clegane opens his eyes, newly looks around and just stares at stuff.
How you feeling?
And he sort of stands up. And he looks up at Roku and just sort of walks us around his side to stand at your side. Not stand, but
Oh,
back leg stand up lion just.
what if he just like stood up and was like, "My word, oh, what is going on here?"
I'm gonna put my hand against his cheek, in that comforting type way.
And usually his cat instincts would have him like sort of rub it up against you, but he sort of just like stands there taking it, glancing at your hand as you do it.
You all right, buddy? Red, Sweetie, what I was trying to say to you while you were doing that is our beholder friend.
You're just screaming me almost.
Wake me up inside. Our beholder friend is underneath attack.
The one that was like on the coast-ish between Palewind and Midrock in the cave. That guy.
Yes.
Well, we should probably go see him.
We should most definitely go see him.
Well, go grab Hogar.
I'm running to go find Hogar.
Hello.
Hogar,
Well, I'm running with him out away.
just wandering around the woods as these two start screaming for you.
I run towards them.
It's only a couple minutes before Hogar gets to your place.
Beholder friend is underneath attack.
Just teleport us there.
Who?
Hey, you weren't there for that, were you?
I was dead.
Roku, where exactly are you teleporting?
Remember that the I have a vivid memory of sitting at that door and staring through it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm gonna teleport to.
Okay, would you roll a D100 for me?
With advantage.
93%.
93, cool. Ooh, so, what is this? Oh yeah, you're fine.
Back in time.
You sort of, and you guys sort of go through this sort of underground stone area as your bodies get shifted across this continent in an instant, and you guys appear outside this large door in the slave the slave housing that he had. He has like 6 beds lying around here. But as you stand outside this door, you hear nothing but silence.
Sweetie, do you remember his name?
It was
Who the hell is this?
Grave Niznit. Was that it?
Niznit. That sounds right, yeah.
Grave Niznit, the beholder scientist. Right there. You can't really fucking read it. It's backwards.
Yeah, are the doors pull or push?
Slide.
They are push doors.
Can I step through?
They're currently barred in some sort of way.
From the inside?
From the inside.
Where are we?
Bah, bah, bah.
This is the guy who purified the hand and I have Vecna for him.
As Roku's begging for some sort of clarification as to what's happening.
Roku?
Roll an athletics check to try to break it.
I just want to bang on the door. I want to ask him if he's in there. Yeah.
Well, after that, you hear no response.
Okay, now I'd like to bust down the door.
And you certainly can.
I want to bust I want to go in between his legs, so it's like we're both running at the door at the same time.
Double bust.
Oh, hi.
Double bust.
You guys both bust at the same time.
I'll watch them bust.
Oh boy.
Each other. No, that came out wrong.
Yeah, so that's a thing.
22.
Oh, busted. We're busted.
Busted
Just
makes me
strength
feel good. Yes.
Like
athletics,
like just strength or athletics. Okay. That's going to be a 25. Sorry, not 25. Holy shit. That's a 20. Math 22. 7 plus 5 really fucks me up.
All right. Yeah, with that, you guys break this large block of wood that was put on the other side of the door to keep people out. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about, the medieval castle lock in and you guys just smash this in half, splintering everywhere as you guys see that almost stage-like place. You see the stage here with the curtains behind it, the balcony seats, and you remember being teleported to the sort of gateway to all of the other planes, if you guys recall, except the only difference is now this entire room is wall to wall covered in blood, fur, and dead bear folk.
Well, this was some sort of party?
Business it.
Would you like to call out for him? You did call out for him. Again, met with no response. The room is also snuffed of any sort of light.
I'd like to keep traveling forward.
The polar bear guy dead on the ground?
Yes. One of the first bodies at the front of the stage is a dead polar bear.
Well, at least we do not have to worry about them anymore.
Yo, Niznit,
I'd like to keep track.
where
of
are
food.
you?
Are there rooms?
We
further on?
heard.
No, this is his like place of residence. Like this is where he was up in the balcony the last time you guys were here.
Okay, is that like a different area?
Yeah, it like required like think Kino, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up there, he's up there in the Pack-a-Punch room.
Is there a way to get up there?
I mean, you can fly, so
I mean,
there's
I would
you
like
can
to
fly,
fly up there.
he can fly, and I can fly or walk on walls.
I
That's what I'm
grab
feeling
on
like.
Roku's ankles as he's on a cloud.
Mhm.
I take the carpet mat under the sweetie and ride it on up.
Okay. As this happens, you sort of land upwards in that area where he was before, and you notice there's a projection room as well in the back, and it is with that you guys hear squishing and sawing in the projection room.
Isn't it?
Want to know?
It is after that the sawing suddenly stops, and you guys hear some very low words being spoken. Sort of a spell about to be cast.
That's not good.
We're here to help.
With that, you see a sort of flash out of the very little slit you get of that projection room. And met with silence.
Did he just teleport? I'd like to go in.
The projection room is locked as well, but it is a very flimsy door lock. So basically, would you like to break it?
I would like to, yeah.
As you just you explode this door, and inside you see a large greenish colored beholder, except a very specific feature. He does not have his central eye, as it has been carved out of his head, and he's also dead on the ground.
Well,
Did we get a look? Was it like glass or anything like that through the door?
in a slit.
No, it seems that they were on against sort of the ground as well. I mean, you guys didn't say like you were trying to look in. Roku, you theoretically could have caught someone with the X-ray, but
X-ray eye.
now it's too late at this point.
I want to try and read his. Okay, this is a long shot.
You cannot read
but
a
if
dead
he
person's
just-
thoughts.
Okay.
Unless you have Speak with Dead. There's a spell for that that you could use. If you want to talk to
I
the
mean,
person.
it's not a ranger spell.
Do you have
I don't have Speak with Dead.
I can locate creature. I can speak to animals.
Can I spare the dying? Can I
Are there
spare
any
his life?
plants in the room?
No to both of your questions, unfortunately. I hate to rain
Are
on
there
your
any
parade.
flies in the room?
Roll a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Maggots.
No. There is quite literally nothing alive in this room, which gives you a bit more information. The beholder was not the one to... Sorry, my fridge was being weird. The beholder was not the one to kill all of these bears, as he's dead as well. So unless it was some sort of weird mutually assured destruction and then he dragged himself into the booth to then cut his own eye out, like obviously someone was here and did this.
I, Jared, thought that was one of his character traits, he already has eye gouged out. Well, I guess Hogan wouldn't know that. Did he already have his eye gouged out?
Oh.
Well,
Well,
Whatever.
he
Also, what's
certainly
his-
does now.
something killed all these things.
But also, this was his lab. So does he have any potions or anything like that in this area?
Roll an investigation check.
I would also like to look for potions and loot.
We're not gonna rob him as soon as he dies. I'm stuffing my arms full of things.
I don't know who this guy is.
15 for
He
investigation.
was my best friend.
Was he 18?
7.
You're
Roku.
looking too.
Obviously, you're crying too hard. So,
Fuck this is.
Hogar, I need you to roll 3 D100s for me. Sweetie, I need you to roll 2.
All right. Well, I have 3 right here. Isn't that fun?
Here.
Isn't it? Was not a rhetorical question. All right. 5, 85, and 71.
Okay. Give me a hot sec.
I can also read deep speech in case these have any labels.
71, you said?
Yep.
Sweetie?
I got 61 and 85.
So there are 2 85s on the field.
Yeah. Is that a good one?
Interesting. So, unfortunately, these are not labeled, but they're very different colors and viscuses, except for the actually, you guys have no similar potions in common. Even though you guys theoretically, you guys as people know you rolled the same one, these seem to be different varieties. So, Hogar, you, the first of your potions is it is a simple white liquid, like not white, but like clear. It looks like basically like water, but it's got some chunks floating in there, some weird particles. It's like looks like some dust got in there, or like some backwash maybe. That's your first. Your second is this one is more blue. This one looks like water, but like deep sea water, as opposed to like sort of your clear one you just had. And it is like swirling around constantly, like a hurricane, even when held completely still. And then your third, you find 71. You find a almost gelatin-like substance. As you move it, it like flows very slowly, and like it looks thick. Like it would be very difficult to drink, as it is
color
almost a solid gray. Sweetie, you find a nice bright red healing potion. You've seen enough. I was gonna say you've seen enough healing potions in your day, but this one's pretty. Healing potions are probably the most common, and it looks to be that
We've seen
shade.
healing potions.
What'd you say?
Have we used healing potions?
I don't know, but they are common. And then you as well, sweetie, get this another one, which is weirdly deep red, and it seems to be swirling around similarly to Hogar's without you moving it. So you guys came to try to save someone, found out he was dead, immediately stole all of his belongings.
Not all of them.
You literally can't find any other of his belongings. These potions were the only thing that exist. Besides the alchemist tools that reside around here, literally nothing else that he has.
I don't know what the traditions are when a beholder dies.
You know,
I'd like to bury him.
What we do is we take his alchemist set.
We're not going to take his alchemist set. We don't know how to use it.
You can learn.
Can
We take water, we put it in a fermented spider eye, we wait.
Oh, I've seen that somewhere.
I haven't. I don't think that's very funny.
Maybe like a fire elemental. We turn it into a rod, and then we crumble up the rod, and we put that in there too.
Didn't get that one.
Please
I
run.
am lost.
Gotcha. Anyways, besides Minecraft, what are you guys doing now?
I'd like to bury my friend.
Okay. You are currently in a stone bunker deep within the earth.
I know. How did we get in here last time? Anybody?
There's like a 50-meter hole.
Yeah,
that
but
CD
doesn't it go
cannonball
down?
It's only a drop.
There, as you go back out to this bedded area, you find a well that you climbed up last time. It had a rope that dangles downward.
Well, I can fly this time, so I'd like to slowly lower this giant beholder body.
Funnily enough, the beholder, without serious bodily mutilation, cannot fit in this well.
New plan.
Actually, Sweetie, Roku, roll some history checks for me to see how well you remember this place.
60.
There's another stairway. There's like a ladder out. History is that's going to be a 10.
Okay. Roku, luckily enough, you recall and I'll say with a little help from your X-ray vision, a secret door in the wall, which when open is a stairway directly up to the surface.
Okay, so I'm just like dragging this guy around by his tentacles. I'm like, all right.
He is leaving a blood trail out of his eye. Just.
I was dead for yeah, because it was Sweetie, Oz, Roku, and Dante.
Mhm.
Who did the battle against the Sentinel. Whatever it was called.
I would like to drag him up the staircase, banging his head every step. As respectful as can be.
Oh yes, of course. Respectful. That's the words to say.
Respectful banging, if you will.
With that, you guys, or at least Roku.
fine.
How about the other two of you? Are you guys leaving? Or are you sticking around as well?
I mean,
Alchemy set.
you can't even use that.
Take it.
I'm taking the alchemy set.
You get an alchemist kit, I believe is what it's called. Alchemist's tools.
At least we don't have to worry about them anymore.
I'll look up alchemist set. Wait, what was this?
Alchemist kit.
Alchemist.
I want to
kit?
say. Maybe I don't know. Anyways, Sweetie, after stealing.
Alchemist supplies.
After stealing that, would you like to do anything else?
No, I'll leave.
Okay, you going up with Roku? Hogar?
Yeah.
Okay. Roku, since you're the first one up there, you open up this like cellar-like door, and as you move up, you notice that you recall you move dirt off of the top of this thing, and as you look, there's a headstone as well. So it looks like this is a grave leading down in here, but it's actually a secret door into his cavern. So you pull him out of his grave to put him in another one.
I'm gonna wait for the other boys to get up here.
Hello.
And they do. Sweetie, as he moves, is like you hear like the clinking of glass bottles and the shifting of metal objects, and like as he walks up with this box of supplies.
Put it on my magic carpet.
I don't know, Roku. I honestly don't know.
I sit down and just hold my box.
I do say the school having potions on my belts.
Anyone have a shovel I can borrow?
I bring out 2 shovels.
Speaking of shovels, I grab my shovel back.
I have 1 shovel, and I hand it to Roku.
I
I'd
help
like
her who dig.
to dig a massive circular grave.
And you do for about the next hour, as it is pitch ass black at night. At this point, you dig a large circular grave, enough for your oozing eye body that you are holding.
What the hell do you think did all this?
I'm assuming the Fey dude. Whoever
Yeah, but
the
why would
bear-
he kill the bear people as well?
Well, his Fey land got burnt down. He's probably pissed.
Or how old was Niznit?
I don't
I-
know who this guy
how-
is.
Being a monster
Can-
hunter, do you know how long beholders live?
Beholders are fucking weird, man. If one is paranoid enough, it will birth another one into existence. Not like asexually, it'll just pop, and there'll be another baby beholder there. And they also
Well-
lay eggs? Beholders? And
A certain someone did
aberration.
believe,
fucking,
saying that he had to tie up one loose end.
you think
What if it
Kravaku-
was Wolf Kravaku did it?
Can he teleport?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Then why
Is
has he
he-
relied on us for that?
He makes a
Maybe
good
he
point.
only uses it like as a last minute thing. Maybe he uses it. Maybe it takes up a great deal of strength for him.
Well, I guess next time we'll see him, we can ask him.
I guess so.
Yeah. So who is this guy exactly?
My greatest friend.
From what I hear, you visited him once.
He cursed you with his dying breath.
Best friend I ever had.
Roku, you didn't have many friends before us, did you?
Nope.
That's, same honestly than my brother.
So, are we going to try and avenge him, or what?
Oh, you don't even know who did this to him.
I would like to go back down the hole. How are the bears dead? Is it like? Does it look like
I'll go
magical
with
means,
him
or does it
to
look like?
Decide that.
Roll
Was
a
it-
medicine check.
Big ass sword,
Yeah, that's
whatever
useful.
Kravaku's weapon is.
In the
was it-
meantime, I'd like to make a gravestone for this guy.
Laws.
Once again, you find a rock in the woods. What do you want to put on this thing?
Are you sure his name is Giz Niznit?
Brave Niznit.
Okay. I would like to what Sweetie said. I'd like to spell it out like that. I don't think I've been saying it right, but I want to spell it out the right way.
Okay.
18.
You spell out what Sweetie says his name is on the rock, carving it out intricately. And you have a nice headstone now.
And at the bottom, in small letters, best friend I ever had.
Okay. The other two of you, what do you make of the crime scene?
I got a 15.
I got 18.
Okay. You
Crime
guys,
scene detectives.
as most of these wounds are stabs or slashes, which are not things that you have seen the beholder do. As well as Hogar, as you walk around, you find a pile of dust. Presumably one of them was disintegrated or something of that nature, as there is
Ivaku can disintegrate.
as there is a pile of ashes where a body once was.
I just got it on my hand. You
Ah,
might have
shit.
been on to something, sweetie.
that was honestly my first thought, but I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we just learned about this Fae guy.
Yeah.
I think okay. Out of context, out or Avery to players. I think the story behind this is the Beholder and since he like had the Open of Realms. I think he was the guy that kind of allowed the Fae to creep into the world. So I think the Beholder is the guy that allowed the Fae to come. And so after the fire hit, the bear were like, "Bro, can we seek refuge with you?" And he's like, "Sure, just come down my hole for a little bit until the fire ends, then you can go back home."
Roku,
And then
did you
Kurimaku
tell
was
him
like,
how you cured your hand?
Nope.
Well, not
so
like
pile of ashes. So it looks like a disintegration.
yes,
And then,
disintegration, stabs and
obviously,
slashes.
some sort of blade was used.
Yes, like a sword.
And apparently this person can also teleport.
Definitely not an axe. You can't stab with an axe or a spear. Well, maybe if it was a glaive. You can slash with
A
that.
glaive?
Glaive.
Potato.
You can, with a halberd, you can definitely slash and stab, but not to this magnitude. So I would wait to, yeah, big ass sword.
Well, let's rush on back to Sarask and see.
How many eyes does a beholder have? Anybody?
Okay.
Well,
so
-1.
the only so do you mean eye stalks or central eyes? Because it's just okay. So there's one which is the big main center eye, and then this guy had 10 tendrils with eyes on them.
So I want to make one big central eye, to just like really rudimentary circles, and then just that, and that's going to be his symbolism right in the middle of the headstone.
That's beautiful. Best friend you ever had.
Best friend I ever had.
Fuck you. I love that guy. Never come back here again. Love you too,
How
man.
dare you! I curse your soul to the hells forever. I swear, if even in the afterlife I see you again, I will rip you from... Best friend I ever had.
Great
Best-
guy, honestly.
Man,
Best
I
friend.
love
Great
you.
guy.
You're
I
like
miss
a
him
brother
every
to
day.
me. Not like my actual brother, who I
R.I.P.
killed.
my homie.
Or my other brother, who I might have to kill.
So
Well,
that is what
we
you
can't
guys
ask.
find. Go
We
ahead.
can't ask our other best friend, who knows all the secrets.
Oh, my boy, you mean? My greatest friend, my oldest friend. We go way back.
Our best friend.
Who?
Shall we try and ask him?
Who are we
No,
talking?
we gotta kill
Becky.
Nikolai. I mean, we have to commit a murder first.
Do you want to do that before or
Why?
after the water plane?
Why?
It'd be a quick murder, in and out.
But why? He was our friend.
He tried to kill me. Several times, actually.
He also did murder a bunch of innocent people. A few times.
Roku just set fire to a forest this morning.
I didn't kill a single bear man.
I mean,
But
Yeah.
what about all the animals?
Fuck.
Well, forest fires are a natural part of an ecosystem. It actually helps.
yeah.
Like, renew-
Every October, a 5-mile portion of a forest starts on fire. This is science. This is
Just
science.
randomly. Just, it is science. Can't argue with science. He's holding an alchemy set. He knows what he's talking about.
I won't argue with him there.
There you go. The man of science has spoken. So,
You know, I'm never going insane by the time we're done killing a god.
what do you guys do? Buried
Um,
and headstone created, crime scene investigated.
Are there flowers anywhere nearby?
Roll me a survival check.
18, boys.
You crawl on your hands and knees weeping for the death of your friend. And you find these like
Sweetie.
You find this flower assortment where it's this like single like yellow flower in the center, and then there are 12 or 10 around the edges, and you're like, oh, it's a sign, like it's divinely put.
Like to bundle them up and place them in front of the grave.
You lay the flowers. Final resting place of what was his name again?
Grave Niznit.
Niznit.
Is that right? Can we know if that's right?
What name did you put on the headstone, by the way?
Grave
Grave
Niznit?
Niznit.
Cool.
Is that
Grave
right?
of
Can we
grave.
know if that's right?
I mean,
Oh.
you don't know if that's right.
God damn it.
Okay, but also on my paper, I have Grave Niznit Beholder Scientist. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
I'm-
you have it written down.
Right on
so
top of each other,
you're pretty
so-
damn sure.
Let's see. I think I have it in here. So I know I.
I
Well,
am like,
those are Oz notes, and you don't.
Yeah.
Those aren't
Okay.
legally allowed.
I'm not gonna tell them.
Oh,
I am like 90% sure, but every time Rick says something, that goes down by like 2%.
Are you
Like, so I'm like-
sure?
is that even remotely close? Was his name like Paul or something?
Nah, his name, Tommy.
It's a sign.
That slap was so loud. I don't know if someone clapped, but I just heard the slap of Tom's face.
Yeah. So funeral arrangements have been made.
Teleportation back to Sarask is the
Ugh. Today has been weird.
how's Clegane feeling?
Did he travel with you guys?
He did. He just kind
When
of
do you
went
turn back into a statue by now?
Well, yeah. Actually, did he turn back into a statue?
When does he turn into a statue?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Well, no,
and
it's been-
the spell was 8 hours.
It's been about an hour. Yeah. Oh, he takes 8 hours to go back in after the spell's count. Okay.
so as soon as the spell
But no.
he
As
will
soon as the
turn back.
spell's done, he goes back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
what
that's
we'll
what
do.
happened. You rubbed him. He kind of was like, and then he went back into a
Statuette.
I gave him that. rub.
statuette, little figurine, if you
Yeah,
will.
because the statue is the big one. Statuette's the small one.
An action figure.
I literally just looked back because I'm like, what's the difference between a statue and a statuette?
Is there a giant man in armor
It's size.
with glowing red eyes here?
No, but there is a giant man in armor with one beating red eye here.
Oh, one? Did he always have one?
Yeah, one singular eye.
He always had one.
Sweetie, can you ask Krevaku if he's recently committed a murder?
Okay, don't lie. Don't lie about this.
No, we're a liar.
Hey,
They shoot
Krevaku.
you or kill.
We just had a friend murdered, and we are hoping that it wasn't you. Cutting off loose
He's right.
ends.
You don't have to send. He's right there.
What's not?
Nope.
That was one eye. That's the
I'm talking about the Marit because they
Oh.
asked if there was any man in a giant man in armor, and I was like, yeah, of course there's one here.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
you now.
My bad.
I was
Um,
confused.
So, cast this, and you immediately get a response that says, "No, I did not kill any of your friends. In fact, I haven't killed anyone in a while."
That makes me feel better.
okay. Question.
Yeah.
This isn't how sending works,
Mhm.
but
Isn't it?
okay. Since it's like I get 25 words,
Yes.
and I don't use all 25 words. Can I
Yes.
use the last 5 words to respond to whatever he said to me? Since I only used 20 of them.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Resend it. Okay, good. We were just wondering.
Although I think I'll be there tonight. So if you have any further questions, I'll be there soon.
Krevaku said he didn't kill anyone,
and he'll be back at the temple here tonight.
That's good. That makes me feel better.
Okay.
So until
Sweetie,
then, I'm gonna go beat this guy in chess and force him to teach me how to use an alchemy set.
Kick his ass.
you can't just force me to teach you. You have to pay him. More. You can just say it's part of his salary.
Remember, if you lose, to flip the board over.
Don't flip the
Oh,
board over.
you're
It's
back.
rigged.
I hope everything went okay. I heard you yelling about a beholder earlier. Those things can be pretty nasty, and you didn't ask me for my...
He was my best friend.
I
It was
don't
one of
know
our
who-
friends.
Is everything okay?
Can you identify potions?
I can, yes. It takes me quite some time to cast it, but I should be able to get them.
All right, after your chess game, though.
No, that's okay. I could identify them now. I need to get to sleep soon anyway. So if you want me to identify them, I'd have to get going now, and I couldn't.
We have 5.
Well, it will take me quite some time.
Well, 2 are pretty similar, so.
One of them, I'm pretty sure, is just a healing potion.
Well,
So
Oh yeah, we don't need to identify that one. Just these 3.
why don't I identify the potions and we
Show them the
can
3 potions I had.
and then I can go to bed. We can play tomorrow because I will frankly be exhausted after.
but why don't we
been
just
like a 20-hour day so far? 18, 16?
No offense, sirs, but you do not pay me to play chess.
That's true. We
So I
don't.
shall do my job first and foremost, because that is how dedicated I am to working.
He's
Awesome.
scared of losing.
So can I
think
see the
so.
first potion? And
I hand him the clear one with the chunks.
the clear one with the chunks. Interesting.
I said, here's the first one.
Okay. Yes. So eventually he sort of like levitates it in the air and scans it and slowly spins it around as he looks at it. And after 10 minutes, he says, "This is a potion of courage. For 1 hour, it will give you immunity to fear, and after drinking it, you will get a bit of inspiration to help you on your next bit of combat. So for an hour, you get immunity to fear as well as a D8 inspiration. 1, not like 4 a whole hour.
Okay, never mind.
All right,
On
good.
every roll, you get a D8.
We don't have
Additional
Sweetie here
D8.
being like, ha ha ha, doing a little tricky thing. I hand him the blue swirling potion.
Yes. Yes, you see, this is a potion of water elemental transformation. You should be able to turn into an elemental form. I believe for an hour. That is, unless you don't take enough damage to revert you back to your original first.
So the
so that
red
probably
one
means
is a
the red
fire
ones-
elemental.
Oh, yes, they do look surprisingly similar.
And then I hand him the goo.
Oh, yes, the goo.
With gelatin.
This one increases your constitution score by 2
For how long?
for 1 hour. As safe to assume most potions are for an hour, but I do appreciate you asking.
All right, thank you. Put them all in my bandoiler belt. Whichever one.
One
I
last
have.
question before you go to sleep.
Oh, sweetie, do you not have potions for me to identify?
It was just the red one that I'm guessing the swirling. I'm guessing it's a fire elemental, and then this one is just a healing potion. Well, at least I'm fairly certain.
All right.
But I was going to ask you, are you familiar with alchemy at all?
I've practiced in school. Not as proficient as I would like on some occasions.
Do you know how to make a simple healing potion at all?
I could certainly try.
Is there a way you could try and also teach me?
Those are 2 very separate, very difficult tasks. But yes, I will try.
When you try, is it okay if I...
Try to teach you.
Okay, that would be much greatly appreciated. See, we found the. I pull out a box of alchemist supplies.
It just got flasks, not like flasks, but like boiling flasks, Erlenmeyer flasks. You know, all those fun chemistry looking things. It has the little
frames,
holders for the everything. And he goes, "Oh, this is a rather advanced set."
Yeah, we found it.
Interesting.
Yeah, we found it.
We really need to get some like tables for this place and like chairs.
Any sort of decor.
Anything.
This
Furniture.
thing just needs something.
Do you know of any close by furniture shops?
We are in the middle of a jungle.
Okay,
In a pyramid.
all right. Don't give me the sash.
I
Nearest
merely,
town.
sir, I do apologize. I merely was trying to give you an informed decision. I promise.
I may be an idiot, but don't you sass me.
Nearest town that has a furniture shop.
Are you asking for the nearest town to here?
I'll be right back.
Okay, the nearest town that can give us some furnishing, as well as maybe with builders.
I'm not familiar with furniture, but I do know that the nearest town to here is Trusk. And, well, frankly, if you want something built right, you ask those folks. Trust me.
Okay, besides Trusk, we're not in good relation.
Aren't you from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we killed someone recently.
Well,
Cold.
you guys have killed people recently, no?
Not in Trusk.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, Skotua is probably the nearest town, as the Platinum City is no. Oh, I forgot about the waterfront. The waterfront is also a good place to buy certain things. There's a lot of businesses booming there these days. I heard the casino and hotel is sort of under new operation. Perhaps you could ask them about something like that.
It's okay. We don't need to go to the waterfront.
Well, I mean, we could go to the waterfront. It'd be fun.
The Raven Queen's probably there as well, so no,
Okay,
we should
don't
not go
have
to the waterfront.
You do realize you asked me to get you the nearest city, and then the two nearest cities you can't go to? Like, I'm trying to help, but
we could go to the waterfront, pick up some furniture. Sweetie could stay. I'd go in disguise. You don't have to come. You can go in disguise.
We can go to Midrock. Maybe also find builders.
Midrock is quite a distance from here, though. Not to the nearest.
I pull out the map. It's just like, it looks like the same distance. In fact, closer than the waterfront. Because also the waterfront, we'd have to go around a lake.
Oh, well, I assumed you'd fly because you guys fly everywhere.
We can fly. Forgot if we, as I'm sitting on my magic carpet.
The Platinum City, unfortunately, that's one of the closer ones that is not known.
That one's on a different plane of existence.
He flips out a little notepad and goes, "It's what?
It's a portal to a different
it's-
plane.
It's just a
Which one?"
apparently.
Don't know yet.
We'll have our friend, his older brother, come by, and he can tell you all about it. Apparently, it's basically just big walls guarding a portal or something like that in the center.
Interesting. Well, I'll certainly have to research that as well. And then, of course, Skotua, but unfortunately that has recently been taken over by tribesmen, which are not very societal in any sort of way. I assume they don't have many furniture makers, considering they lived in mountains for, well, all of their history until recently.
Are you talking about Chief Pozar and his clan?
Yes,
Great guys.
Yes, I'm not doubting that, but their ability to make furniture, considering they lived in tents for all of their lives, I would doubt.
I
That's
think
fair.
the waterfront would be an excellent idea.
Certainly.
I think Midrock would be better. As that kind of glare over at Roku.
Okay, well, you guys settle this. I'm gonna go to bed.
Wait, what about the healing potion and the alchemy set?
You told me you didn't want me
You
to
have a
identify them.
bedroll.
Oh, do you want me to teach you?
Teach me how to make a.
Perhaps we could do that tomorrow morning.
But you said we're going to play chess tomorrow morning.
Esto.
Well, maybe keep the day open. See what we can do.
So, do you have a bedroll?
No, I do not. I've been sleeping on
I
my
hand him a
books.
bedroll.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate it. Speaking of, and he unfurls it. He forms these sort of walls with the textbooks and journals that he has.
How much magic do you know?
Oh, very little, sir. Nothing compared to the likes of probably any of you.
Okay.
Yes, I studied only enough to learn the spell sending for better business communication. Other than that, pretty useless.
Something like Mage Hand could do you well. You should try and learn Mage
I
Hand.
do know Mage Hand, yes. Very rudimentary spell.
Don't know what that word means, but
Good night, sirs.
Good night.
I go sit in the tentacle chair.
That you do.
I go sit in the chair right next to it.
Tentacle throne, 2 gold piece chair.
I'm gonna stand upside down and wonder what the hell happened to this team.
You certainly can. Are you guys waiting around, or would you like to go to sleep?
Long rest!
Well, wait, are we going to wait for Krivaku?
Oh, Krevaku!
Right.
I'm going to do the...
He will arrive. I just got pee first.
Rick, get a better bladder. No, he's not going to unmute his mic and just have us listen to pissing noises like normal.
He does that too much.
Way too much.
Not enough, honestly.
Maybe not enough.
Oh God, I didn't realize that was Tom. I thought it was Rick. And I was like, what the fuck?
How y'all doing?
I hate Rick. How about you guys? Rick's dumb.
Rick's dumb.
I like
Bad.
Rick.
Rick's an idiot.
You want to know he's the worst at?
I like Rick.
Being
I think
alive.
I fucking hate Rick. Dude.
DMing. Oh.
Oh,
Rick
hey,
Brain.
it's
I like
Rick.
Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Oh.
Hey, Rick.
In walks an armor-clad, cape-wearing half-brother of Roku back from his journeys.
hello.
Do you wish to speak with me?
Did you kill a beholder?
No. I thought it made it clear with Sweetie I did no such thing.
Had to make sure. He's the best friend I ever had. It looked like your work.
My
It was
work.
this room of slaughtered bear folk, sword, some sort of blade cuts. One of them appeared to be disintegrated. And when we came across the main beholder, the one we heard help from, there was this flash of light looking like someone teleported out.
I cannot teleport.
Good enough. Well, how was your travels?
Productive.
What did you learn?
I will go rest on my own.
What kind of, was that an embarrassed tone or more of a I'm done with this tone?
Roll an insight check.
With your travels.
17.
How was your day at school?
He's kind of he assumed that this whole murder investigation thing would not be as goofy as it currently is, so he's less like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. Like, he just doesn't want to really deal with that whatever line of question Roku was starting with. So he's not a small talk kind of guy.
Neither is Roku, but a recent loss in the family has really opened him up.
So now are you all going to sleep?
Does he just leave? Or
Yeah, he
where does
just
he
walked
go?
out.
Is he gonna go sleep in the forest?
He goes and cuddles in Cheddar's nest.
You know what? I'm curious. Where
Is
does he
Cheddar
go?
back yet?
Are you going to follow him?
I kind of want to follow him.
I'm
I'm
going
just
to
gonna
see if
look out and
Cheddar's
see
back
where he
yet.
goes.
He walks around to the back side of the pyramid.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Is he gonna go?
I want
Just
to
gonna
know.
sleep on like the ledge.
Rick, do I see Cheddar in his nest?
Yeah. So as you like check around, like you look and he just walks around the back. If you would like to see where he's going, you would have to follow him more, which risks him seeing you following him, and you would have to interact, presumably.
Stealth.
Is Cheddar in his tree?
Yes.
You know
Good.
what? I want to
I'm
talk
going
to him
sleep.
seriously anyway. So yeah.
You follow?
Yeah.
You do you know.
Well, if you would like to stealth,
Night.
roll for it.
No, I'm gonna let my armor ching and chang.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll.
Oh,
follow
sweetie,
just
are you
real
going
quick.
as well?
Yeah, I'll just. Yeah.
You two sort of round the corner and are able to walk on the stone platforms all the way around. And as you turn around back, as he's walking sort of around the left side of the pyramid, he like glances up. Is there a problem?
Sorry. Just kind of wanted to, you know. Well, we're getting kind of close to completing the summoning.
Right, well, are you back from the water plane?
Heading out tomorrow.
Well, I told you. I asked if you wanted me to come along, and you said no. So I went out and did my business.
Which is fine.
I was under the assumption you would go while I was away.
Well, Hogar wanted to do something. Then we learned that the Feywild had found its spot on the material plane. So I scorched earthed it.
I've been waiting 1,500 years for this. Please don't Please don't make me wait any longer. If you want it so bad, why don't you go get the shard from the water plane? Because I can't get to the plane of water, and because you offered to do it without me. I told you the biggest secret known to not only this plane, but all of them. I've done my part. You owe me. In fact, you don't owe me. This is something I thought we both wanted.
We both want it.
Then please hurry.
Are you gonna follow through when he shows up?
Are you gonna follow through on your end of the deal? You had days to do this.
Or are you gonna side with him when he lands here?
It's taken you till now to accuse me of turning against you all.
Just curious. We kill him, and then what? You die peacefully?
I die? What?
I'm just wondering. You've been living for 1,500 years. You kill him, and then what do?
I get what I always wanted. More power.
From him?
Yes.
The same way you did with Celestian.
Except a lot greater. Celestian is merely a fuel source for me. Cord will be overloading everything I have, all my strengths and energies.
See, that's where we conflict. I want the same thing.
And it's taken you until now to vie for it?
Well, it's not complete yet. We still don't have the water shard.
Which again is a problem.
Which means you still need us, so you can't really kill us.
As he's on the ground walking besides this, he finally takes this moment to and he teleports. You recognize it as Misty Step. He appears right in front of you. I don't understand what the problem is now.
We want the same thing, right? Kill him and
Yes.
take his power. That's the conflict.
What conflict?
We can't both take it.
I disagree.
Split it 50-50.
And what's the issue with that?
Is that how you roll?
And he's going to look over at Sweetie. Is this warranted? I mean, I've done nothing but ally myself. Try to help you guys when you needed it, when you called upon me to help. Why is it now you want to rebel?
I was curious where you were going to go to sleep. That's why I walked out here. I didn't know it was going to turn into this type of conversation. That's kind of why I've been quiet. I didn't realize this is how this was going to go.
Then why don't you get lost?
I already went in by now, right?
Sweetie, what do you do?
Hello?
Well, I'm just here to make sure no one like starts a fight. I don't want anyone fighting at the moment.
I'm gonna just.
Wait, you're going to shoo me away?
Yeah.
Just going to take a few steps back then.
And is there like steps going up the pyramid? Is like there's somewhere to sit?
There's one staircase is what I was trying to say, on either side of this square. So like one down each stairway.
Is that where we
Sweetie, are you continuing to stand in the back?
He's gonna yell at me. And I don't want that. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess I'll exit the conversation. Go back inside.
Ogar, what was that? What were you saying?
I was just asking if I was already inside by then.
Yeah, you said you were hanging upside down, unless anything else.
No, I can't do that in sleep, I think, so I'm just sleeping.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on the stair step. Just kind of motion him to do the same. To de-escalate the.
He, on purpose, continues standing.
Okay. Look. We can both kind of agree. Cord doesn't belong where he is. But we can't leave it vacant. Somebody's got to take it. There's rules.
Then we'll take it.
You could do that.
I've done more than you in my day. I tamed this continent by myself.
I was just trying to get you riled up, see what you would say.
I don't appreciate it. What I'll say is, hurry up and hold up your end of the deal.
We're getting there. I just want to clarify what's going to happen once we're through with it. So there's no button heads. We don't need any more family drama after this.
I agree.
Okay?
I mean, he just continues staring at you. Are you done?
How'd you absorb the spark?
Controlling the divine spark is not a intensive process. You guide it by pure will. You want something, and it happens. It's an abstract concept.
I like that. Oh, and Hogar knows you took Celestian's spark, and he's not happy about it.
I don't care.
Me either.
He can be mad, but he's still going to fetch me the last of the elemental shards.
I'm gonna stand up and just pat him on the chest and walk away.
And he just appears, Misty steps again to the bottom of the steps and continues walking out back.
I don't trust him.
Roku, you walk back inside. Okay, do you guys rest then?
Sleepy times.
Sleep, nap, tentacle chair, sleep, nap.
Okay.
Ready for weird dreams again.
I will say one more day passes here. Now the mid-9th. Waking up once more. What would you like to do today?
Everyone ready?
Yeah, old man's getting cranky.
Must be. Alright. I don't know where this will send us in the water plane. Guess that will be there.
You might
First,
wanna.
I'm going to
Go.
cast water breathing on me and Roku. Because Sweetie can breathe underwater himself. Little fish. Alright. Water plane.
And where you guys end up is, of course, underwater, as there seems to be, you seem to be in a place with intense pressure and almost pitch blackness all around you. The very bottom depths of what is an ocean that is assumedly infinite. You see various vegetation, such as like seaweed and just seagrasses and whatnot growing on the bottom of this ocean floor. And all the noise around you is like eerily quiet due to you being underwater. It just has this like low, high-pitched hum. Low isn't volume-wise, but high-pitched isn't like pitch.
Now we just need to find where that city is.
Are there any little fish on the ground?
Roll perception check.
I also like to look for fish because I can talk to them as well.
Roll perception check.
29.
24.
You are in a complete, desolate, sandy wasteland. Not a single living organism in sight.
Well, this certainly isn't it. Well, what direction should we go in?
Are there any currents pulling any certain directions?
Roll me a nature check.
I think that'd be too good. But that's 11.
If you stand still, or like more accurately, float still, you get moved to the left a little bit.
To the left. Should we go towards current, or should we flow with the current?
Fish god, tell me what to do.
You're the fish god.
Well, against the current.
All
Maybe
right.
it's getting pumped from somewhere. I want to swim.
Swim
If I'm
against
getting
the
pushed to the
current,
left, I want to swim
guess.
to the right.
Okay, so you turn, so you're facing the way the current is going, and you start pushing. All of you guys, well, actually, who has a swimming speed here?
35.
35.
Okay.
Why do you have a swim speed the same as me?
Because I got +5 movement and
I'm the fish god.
swim speed and climb speed equals to my run speed.
So, as you guys press against this, I need athletic checks from all of you.
You look for swim speed, get advantage.
What?
Do you mean swim get advantage for having swim speed?
No. It's not necessarily swimming in the water that's the issue. It's the constant current against you that's the problem.
18.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 25.
See athletics.
Yeah.
It's the worst I could have done with a 7.
Okay. As you are pushing, the current picks up immediately after you move from your resting position where you guys showed up to the plane. As you push against it, it gets just harder and harder progressively as you go along. Sweetie, you notice this as eventually your arms get so tired that you just have to let go for a moment and just float past your other two friends as you're currently exhausted.
You think he wants us to just stop and follow the current now, Roku? I guess that's what he wants us to do. This guy does best. So swimming with the current now.
Yeah, it's just like the current just pushing me back.
So now you're going to allow yourself to move back with the current then?
Yep.
Okay. After about another half hour of doing this, you guys end up right where you started. A whole hour wasted and exhaustion point gained as you move your way back.
Only for Sweetie are you all exhausted?
No, just for Sweetie. And that's why I said an exhaustion point gained and not 3. Anyways, you guys sort of shift lazily. I need you all to roll perception checks as you once again travel amongst the floor of the
14.
ocean.
I
5.
rolled a 3. 14, but I rolled a 3.
And I got 15. Rolled a 6.
Okay. With that, you guys slowly, start shifting, and as you're like you're walking a bit less. It's like you're on the moon almost. Like you just get dragged with every step you move a lot farther. And all of a sudden you just hear this great movement, and you turn around behind you, and this shape, hundreds of feet long, advances towards you very quickly as the shadow coats it. And that is where we will pick up next time as you are being approached by this weird, shadowy creature.
Is it a